Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you're tuning in from around the world today. Welcome to PlayStation Tournament's Fight Nights. My name is Ryan Hart, and I'm joined by none other than the ICFC multiple season champion, the Summer Jam champion, none other than Cuddleco herself. How are you doing today?
I am doing great, Ryan, and I'm so honored to be here with you, the Kazuya God, the veteran, one of the godfathers of competitive Tekken. I'm just so happy to be here with you to commentate EU Tekken.
Yeah. It's going to be great, man. 8 warriors ready to stand tall here and strut their stuff throughout the bracket, of course. And we're going to get into the format momentarily. But yeah, these guys have all been grinding really hard to even be here, right? They've had to get through a number of matches to find themselves a spot in the top 8 here today. So yeah, let's jump straight into the format and have a little look at what we're facing here. So from the open qualifiers, we jump into top 8, which we'll be now casting. And that is going to be done in a double elimination format. All the matches will be best of 3, all the way up until winners final, which will be best of 5, along with losers final and, of course, grand final and a reset. So yeah, that's what the format looks like. Cuddleco, would you like to take us through the prizing of the tournament, maybe?
Of course, I'd love to. So for prizing, we have first to fourth. First, getting 200. Second, getting 150. Third at 100, and fourth at 50 USD. So, get some change, get some pocket change for, maybe any tournaments or anything else coming up for you. So you get a reward for getting first to fourth. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, man. Some change to spend freely there. Probably end up on the PlayStation Network. I know I'll probably be getting some DLC stuff for other games, but who knows? So yeah, with that said, let's take a look at the bracket and see this fine list of gentlemen that are going to be going head to head here tonight. Here we see K-Top, and yeah, just to run you through a little bit of the info on the players here, because I know you're new to the European continent. So K-Top, he's a resident favorite here in these tournaments. His brother H-Dope is also a top player on Tekken. Both of these guys are very strong Mortal Kombat players too, so don't be shocked if you see them running in top 8 brackets for that game as well. It's quite cool how good they both are at both games. Then there's Zeon, who is going to be taking on the first game, who has a very aggressive and a very Pitbull-style Armor King that he likes to utilize. I think he also has a Heihachi as well, if I remember correctly. Very, very, very sharp player, very fast, likes to pressure the guy, not give them space to breathe. Always a joy to watch for sure. Alejandro Tekken and Dritan Rama will be match number 2 in the upper bracket. I don't know as much about Alejandro Tekken, to be honest. Dritan I know a lot about. We've trained together a lot. He's got a very strong lore, very accurate. He's usually his own worst enemy, I have to say. He's got all the tools he could have to win any tournament, but I feel like sometimes, maybe his matchup knowledge isn't as sharp as it could be, or he's just not feeling a certain way on the day and so on. So, but yes, always a strong competitor, and he's usually floating around in that top 32, top 16 area, but now he's in top 8 in the upper bracket. So maybe he's been putting in a few extra hours in the lab, getting ready for this tournament. So it's going to be great to see him deliver here today and see what happens in that match. Then in the third match, a man who definitely doesn't need any introduction, Bode, OTB. OTB stands for Only the Best, which is Bode's actual tournament that he hosts and created, his pet baby project, so to speak. Bode has been around since Tekken Tag 1. We're talking about the early noughties here, This guy's been grinding with Julia and Michelle Chang on Tekken Tag 1, and he put those characters on the map, at least on the European map. That guy definitely did, because before him, everyone said that Mishimas beat everybody, but after him, everyone said Chang beats Mishimas. So that just shows you how much work this guy put in. And he, hailing from Naples, Italy, is going to be taking on DBP, who is from Berlin, Germany. A very strong Bob player. He's one of those guys that could win any tournament in Europe as well. You never know what he's going to deliver on the day. I think sometimes, maybe he's been busy or whatever. You can see he hasn't practiced as hard. He's not as sharp. But there's other tournaments where he'll destroy everyone. He'll just come down and destroy everyone on the day, So, yeah, it's always great to see him play. And then for our fourth match there in the upper bracket, there's Fergus from Ireland. Of course, a very strong Asuka player. Everyone knows his name. And he won the EVO qualifier in the PlayStation Tournament Series. So he's definitely no stranger to these brackets. And he's going to be taking on Pika from Belgium, the young man who uses Geese Howard, also a very aggressive guy. Very unpredictable, which works in his favor because you never know when he's going to whip out one of those dragon throws, counter you to the wall and take 70%. And he's always exciting to watch as well. He's got a great comeback factor, great clutch factor, and very, very fast as well. So yeah, that is what our top 8 for the upper bracket now looks like. double elimination, and we're going to jump into our first match momentarily. Let's look at the player cards here. So that looks like, go for it.
Oh yeah, it's for sure. Yeah, we got K-Top. I mean, using Julia. 24 from Greece. You know, it's interesting seeing the representation of players from Greece. I don't get to see them as often, but gosh, like it's I know it's gonna be great because is Julia like his only character, or does he maybe use another one as well?
No, I think they both use multiple characters. So I'm not sure if they can both use all of the same characters, but I've definitely seen some. Is it H-Top? I can't remember if it's H-Top that uses. No, I think it's K-Top. He also has a Zafina as well. So you know, Zafina's been known to be whipped out in these top 8s as well. He might lose the first match with Julia, then switch, or start with Zafina and switch, and so on. So yeah, multiple characters for both of them as far as I remember. So it's going to be quite good to see what happens here in the bracket. It is best of 3 starting out though, so the first pick is quite big. And there he's going to be taking on Zeon from Italy, from Pisa, Italy to be precise, 32 years of age. And if you want to follow him on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Zeon_VS. So yeah, very, very explosive Armor King, as you're going to see, very aggressive, and he likes to really take it to his opponent. So some fun matches to come. I'm pretty sure of. I mean, it's going to be good.
Julia versus, well, potentially Julia versus Armor King. We don't see Armor King like that, but you know, if somebody's committing to using Armor King, it's deadly. You have to be a specialist to use somebody like that. I think about that with Mishimas and Kings. And, you know, for Julia to advance in on Armor King and all of his keep out tools, the down forward too, especially being such a lethal, you know, move.
Definitely.
That's going to be an interesting kind of like a counterplay. So let's see how they clash with each other. Yeah,
let's see what happens here. I mean, these are the cards. I don't know if, like you said, I don't know if we're going to get Julia. I think we will get Julia Armor King, at least for the first game. But it's going to be great to see this Clash of Titans here. First game in the upper bracket of the PlayStation Fight Nights Invitational here today for Europe. So yes, opening with K-Top versus Zeon. Man, this is going to be a killer of a matchup. I can't wait to get into it right now. I guess they're loading up, no doubt. Of course, the PlayStation Network servers doing us justice here. The loading times, I hope. And yeah, this is going to be a good one, man. I mean, this is what you want. You want to be in winners' quarters and you want to win, right? Of course, you know if you lose, you're still in. But you want to go. You want as fewer matches as possible, because when you arrive at the grand finals, you want to be fresh. You don't want to be drained. You spend all your mental energy in losers, running the gauntlet. Now you're in grand finals on losers' side, and there's nothing left. That's like the worst thing.
And you have 6 games you got to try and win, right?
Oh my God.
Like you want to stay at the top. Like you said, like try and just stay at the top, try and play, you know, less matches. So when you get to that grand finals, you are not burnt out. That's what we want here.
Yep. And then speaking of Zafina maybe popping out, it looks like we're getting that first game. As I said, that is it. Yeah, it's Julia or Zafina. We've seen it before, and he has opted. And it's always going to be based on the opponent and based on the character you have to fight, right? You might pick Julia for certain matchups, and you might pick Zafina for others, you know? So here we go.
This is so interesting, Ryan, because Armor King actually has a down back too that hits her out of everything. So I wonder, maybe that's the movement. I'm so curious.
I mean, he doesn't tend to play a close game. Like you see, he's backing up. He likes to create space and make you dance to his tune. And this is exactly how he's opened the first round here. So it doesn't matter that Armor King has a down back too, because he's not planning to be in that space when he can't defend himself. And that's the strategy right here, you see? He's backing up and he's trying to decide when. Oh, he didn't decide that though. Giant swing he didn't want to eat.
Already at the wall.
To the wall. Ooh, wow, straight out with it. That was mad. Again?
That's it.
Don't tell me he's going to hit the wall again. Oh no. Tech rolls. Oh my goodness me. What a turnaround here. And there's the rage drive and he gets it. Oh my gosh, what a first round.
Even with the awareness on the down forward 2-1 into that down jab, great awareness by K-Top, by the way.
That was so cool, yeah. Close round, man. Oh, gets the counter hit, the interruption. Finds the wall now.
That follow up. What? And
wow, underneath. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Underneath everything, that move. Definitely some limbo champion skills there.
Gets the break.
All right, finally gets the break, and there's the power crush. Puts her back on the floor.
And down with the crush, too.
Nice launch. I like the aggressive challenges here. Yeah. Thanks for ducking.
Wow.
Caught him ducking.
2 rounds, too, by K-Top. Looking so comfortable. Zeon's going to need something.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's crazy how fast the matches can snowball, even if you start well. You know, you had those 2 giant swings first round. But, man, this is looking like K-Top's game so far.
Very much so. What do you think that Zeon needs here to
he needs launchers. Yeah, I haven't seen any dark uppers. So, you know, it's about being able to control the space to a degree that allows you to get those valuable whiff punish, that allows you to get those launches, because that's where you're going to take your biggest damage. If you're playing counter hit versus counter hit, you're bound to lose. There's only so many 50-50s you can win. And if you're giving them up, you could lose. Every 50-50 you lose could be a round gone. And there's only 3 you need to lose lose a game. So outside of gambling, you need to have something that's based on something that's a little more solid that you can lean on. And that's the difficulty with a character like Zafina and a player like K-Top, who's very smart in his approach. He doesn't really give you options to whiff punish that often. You know, he has very small gaps in his defense, and he's going to make it as hard as possible for you to find them. So that's kind of where we were at in that game. You could see at the end, he was basically suffocated. He was struggling for air. He didn't really have any space to move back. And once K-Top was on top of him, it was really, really difficult.
Yeah, you're completely right. Those forward threes were adding up so much, almost like locking Zeon down. There was almost like he's like, okay, well, if I try and press it, I could get counter hit. I definitely think because of Zafina's movement, he'll need something with longer range, like you said, launchers, dark uppers, also a down forward one. Armor King's down forward one is quite strong. A good way to stop Zafina from moving so much. We need something that's going to stop her from moving underneath things and crushing things because she's so evasive. So yeah, like you said, if you're trying to go, you know, pound for pound, counter hit for counter hit, you are going to lose in that exchange because, you know, Zafina, I think, is also a lot quicker. So yeah.
Yeah, like you're saying, and we saw a few interesting exchanges where, like you're saying, you know, with her speed, she just beat him to the punch. The counter hit launches, and these are the things that started the heavy decline in Zeon's momentum. You know, she was able to get big damage, reset Oki, keep him guessing, and while if as long as you're kept guessing, you can't mount any offense yourself. So sometimes, even if you're not really taking a lot of damage, just keeping them on the back foot is a really effective tool.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see if he gets the adjustment.
Here we go. All right, so.
Wow, the backdash on the knee.
Yeah. Trying to challenge with the mid tilt. Oh, go slow. And look at that. Meets him coming in, dictating all the pace here, knows exactly when Zeon wants to get close. And just like that, we've got a round on the board.
K-Top, and with the placement as well. You know, as a Zafina player, is so comfortable with her when you can get those 1+2 reads. So important.
Yeah. And I feel that that was a good counter hit there. And finally, Zeon getting a better start to the round. Gets the moonsault. Looking good for the 7 golden here. Oh, nice. Breaks the suplex. There's the rage up. Plus frames. Goes mid. Oh, and the Shining Wizard. Nice break, though. K-Top on point here. Plastic in. Goes low 2 in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row. Wow, and he guessed that was so smart. Guessed the hop kick attempt. Floats him out of it, and there's the low. Oh no!
But still in it, baby. Let's see. He's a rage drive spin or something. Beautiful.
Yep, guaranteed. One more hit's gonna do it. Oh!
And the 4-4, that was such a scary situation.
So risky.
K-Top was starting to come back with that Zafina pressure from the stances. It's happening again. Let's see. And the walk and the hop kick.
That was really sick. Gets the combo, well deserved here. Slams her on her back. What's the follow-up? Goes to the clothesline. Oh, wow.
Counter hit. Let's see, because there might be some Oki right here. Here we go.
Here we go. Oh, the reset goes low again. Oh, just shy of that whiff punish with the launch. But wow, on point. Duck gets the full while standing punish. And that is going to be the round set point here to K-Top. Man, this is fierce.
It's been happening. That's been the tune of K-Top. Getting those wall rising 2s has been so essential in momentum shift and just, you know, continuing that pressure. He's been like 3 for 3 with that.
I do like that hop kick, though. Nicely placed there. Zeon now is going to need to build some momentum off the back of this. Got to get it going now. Cannot afford to lose another round here.
Oh, that was scary. Like you said, the dark upper, right? In those situations, you want to be able to whip punish Zafina when you can. You don't want her to get too much mileage off of these stances like what's going to happen right now. She has got to do something.
Yep, got to happen now.
Nice.
I like how he just kind of stayed solid on defense, and that is it. The moonsault out of the tech roll, gets the tech catch. Final round, game 2.
That was important. Like, he needed that, and so clutch. We're in the final for the second game. Beautiful punish. And the hop kick.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so anybody's game.
Slash kick, adding pressure. Or gets the float out. This is looking good for K-Top. Needs one more sequence here. Could be all over on the next hit.
And the
oh, wow.
What a call out. What a
If in
call
doubt, if in doubt and you need a call out, throw it out. 2-0. K-Top takes it.
Yeah.
And man, what a series that was. K-Top at the end there, you know, he had so much health, didn't he? He had a good 75% health. He had a lot to work with. He had no fear whatsoever doing that hop kick because he knew that it is one that K-Top needed to win. So that's the benefit there. It's worth the risk if you close the game. But even if it was blocked, the round wasn't over, there would have still been access to more opportunities. There would have still been access to rage drive, rage out later in the round. He knew there was options on the table. So one of them ones where sometimes you're winning at the end of the round and it's worth doing something your opponent might consider risky or crazy or wild or stupid even, but you know if this lands, it's over. There's nothing else. It's done. So sometimes gambling can be worth your while based on what you get out of it, you know, and that was a great example of that by K-Top there. Yeah.
I completely agree with you. And the fact that K-Top had a whole game and that momentum as well to play with, that was important too. Like all those hop kicks that hit, that was from him adjusting and adapting. He's been so good with that in making those reads because he knew that Zeon needed that momentum. If he was going to take that game, he was going to have to give it all and gamble. And he was going to have to come in on K-Top. So K-Top with the hop kick had less to lose, honestly. Zeon was trying to get started. It was working, but I think he got a little too hesitant, started to run in a little too much. K-Top adapting from both those games in that set, obviously calling him out. First time with the 1+2, second time with the multiple hop kicks, just showing his reads on his opponent. But Zeon still in it, but
yeah, he was always there.
Yeah, definitely gonna, I think, have to make some adjustments on that if they fight again.
Yeah, no, for sure, 100%. I mean, Zeon, like you said, he was always in the game. He always had his eye on the prize. He was always looking at where there were holes on defense. Nice sidewalks into hop kicks. We saw that multiple times. He was always ready for the opportunities when they came. But this just gave K-Top the idea, the window into the mind of, look, if you're waiting for me to give you opportunities, I just won't give you any. If your only openings are going to be if your only openings come from my shortcomings, what if I take those out? What if I don't risk the high move there? What if I don't do the punishable move on block there? What if I don't backdash and whiff stuff? So this is what it is. When your opponent gets too calm on defense, you take out the holes. Because as long as they're blocking, they can't hurt you. As long as they keep it's also a strat as well. The clock is running down. If you have the life lead, there's not much to really worry about unless they're in rage. As long as they block, they can't take your health. So again, it's good to have, it's important to have solid defense, but your opponent is in charge of what you get to do out of your defense. And that's something to bear in mind. Alejandro Tekken, age 26 from Catania, and rocking the Leo. Leo. Okay. First, I don't. Hang on a second. I'm trying to remember I swear he played someone else last time, but okay, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But yeah, Alejandro Tekken, rocking the Leo. I'm really happy to see Leo. Leo was my secondary on Tekken 6 and Tag 2, so always a favorite to see on this one. And a character that I believe is very strong that we don't see a lot of in general, I feel.
Yeah, we don't at all.
Yeah. This is interesting, And there we see, Dritan Rama with a character we see a lot more of. Well, maybe not too much, but we definitely have seen a lot more of it. And it's going to be Dritan Rama from Germany, Bremen, Germany, to be precise, 27 years of age. And yes, if you want to follow him on social media, it's @DritanLaw on Twitter and /DritanLaw on Twitch. And the first match is already locked and loaded in, and it is going to be Leo versus Law. No curveballs here in match one.
I just got to say, Germany produces some killers. I just gotta say that because there's so many killers from Germany.
Definitely.
I mean, HK, Dritan Rama, Seppi Black. There's a ton.
There's a few. Yeah. I mean, the Germans are a very passionate community. It's one of the things I noticed when I came here is these guys love their Tekken. They're very, very passionate. I'm not saying that the other communities are not, but it's definitely something I've seen stand out here in just how much they are really serious about their approach to Tekken. And it's a great thing, It just makes everyone else want to be even better as well. Wow, and this Alejandro's going in right now. Forward 2, yep, back 1, over to the wall. Now look at this damage. No chill whatsoever right now.
That was literally the first 10 seconds, Ryan.
Oh my gosh. Let this man play, please. The down back 3's now, down 4-3. Hey, asserting himself a little bit. Does have access to rage drive. Now we see it right on cue. 4-2-3 block.
Like you said, though, like,
gosh.
the life lead, and Alejandro was playing it.
Oh, wow, that is mad. Nice block there on the rage drive. Alejandro with a solid round 1 here. Down 2 with the pressure, blocks the down forward 2. Slide.
Wow, yeah, Dritan definitely starting to add a lot more pressure with this crouching, with the slide, one of Law's best,
So good, right?
For sure.
So good. Just full screen, he's got you with something to think about, You always have to just have your mind, just have your eye on that low block, just in case he whips it out. And good law players can do that fast, right? It's so hard to react.
Very true. And
what a launch.
It's going to hurt.
That definitely is. Is it going to be rage out after?
Oh, no. Still anybody's game.
Oh, my gosh. What a round.
He was looking so good that round.
He was looking really good. It's that one sequence to the wall from that down forward 2. This is what I mean about whiff punishing. You just can't whiff anything at this level.
No, because that 3+4 literally was in Dritan's favor, and then Alejandro comes back with a down forward 2 and answers.
Oh, man. What an answer it was, man. Definitely felt that rebuttal.
For sure.
Bars came out. Down 4-3. Okay. Oh, Trade City.
It is a very important round for Dritan, for sure, because Alejandro's up 2, and the down forward 2.
Dritan's good when he's losing, When he's under pressure, he's good. Yeah, he got the comebacks. Watch, I bet he wins this round. Like, he's one of them guys, like, if you get him up against the wall, corner him, he'll come out with some stuff.
It's like, oh, I'm down. Killer instinct time. And that's
Right at this level. Oh, my days, the hammers. The hammers are coming down like a courtroom. What is going on? Damn, 4-3, 4 up 3, piling pressure on.
Okay. Dritan with the life lead, right?
He's not taking any, the safe gameplay. He's not taking any risks anymore.
Nope. You want to make that comeback, right?
What a crouch. And like I told you, when his back's to the wall, you see the best of Dritan come out. He needs to lose 2 rounds every game. And then just win from there.
Nice. Alejandro has been so good.
Oh my gosh, guaranteed. Yep, all safe.
Look at how much health is gone, Ryan.
I was going to say almost. Oh no, no punish.
That was crucial.
Oh man, that was big. Alejandro, man, with a breath of fresh air after that block.
Do you notice how Dritan's kind of like staying outside of range, maybe waiting for that whip first?
Oh my gosh. What?
There it is.
3, yep, guaranteed. Nice reaction there. From downtown, licks him with the 3-4. Yep, wall damage. Junkyard low. Oh, wow. A legend kick. That is so unfortunate. He wanted the legend kick to hit him into the wall and add pressure. Even on block, he would have been able to pressure him. But he ducked it and ended putting himself at the wall. And there was no coming back from that. That was a nice duck, like at a Chinese restaurant with hoisin sauce. It was a nice duck, man. Really good.
Yes. It was a great duck. But it was so interesting because I noticed the entire time in this first game, Alejandro was always kind of using Leo's back 3+4, like, always kind of being evasive and like a kempo, like back kempo, kind of making Dritan whiff, which was so important because some of that pressure. And unfortunately, even when Dritan would try and be more offensive, Alejandro was like, got him with the reversal a few times, and Dritan definitely did come back. It was final, like you said, when his back is to the wall, he turned it up. But unfortunately, that final game, that sidestep 1+2 just knocked him out.
Oh man, that wasn't the one. I mean, it's that case of just like that extra space that he gets from the Kempo stance. Like, it just really confuses his spacing and timing. Like, if you're going for down forward 2s on whiff, if you're going for slides, like everything's taken out of context when you have to now factor in, he might do this, like this thing that he might not do, right? Leo's got range as well. It might be back 1, might be forward 2, might be a kind of like a slide in forward 4, catch you moving. Like, there's a lot of moves that she can kind of get in at a range from. So you're also not safe with space, even though you're low and you've got like a full screen slide. So Leo keeps you guessing, man. Leo can keep you guessing. So go watch out for that game too. But I do like the energy that Dritan was flexing at the end there, losing 2 rounds and bringing 2 back. I like that. That looks good. There's some signs of life there. So let's see if he can turn that around, because, you know, sometimes it takes a few rounds to find your form. Maybe he's got the idea for this Tekken game, but we've got no walls, so it's going to be different.
And, you know, no walls can be huge here. Leo's wall game is insane. So maybe this gives Dritan more of just a way to just play neutral without all the pressure and the guessing, right?
Oh, and the blocks are there. He's ready now. He's seen enough slides for one day. No, I'm saying he's been to that baseball game. Ooh!
Tried to go for the, you know, the back peg, but unfortunately it's too far. And look at this beautiful combo.
Yep. Gets to run and follow up for Oki. Dritan jumps to safety. Looking for an opening here, trying to find where the defense is weak. How do I get in? How do I take damage? Down 1.
Beautiful block.
Yeah, nice. Don't get much off those though. I think those are like low. Those aren't launch punishable. None of those.
Low parry though.
Yeah, some of Leo's got like 6 or 7 lows, and a couple of them, you know, you need to like low parry if you want good damage, like minus 12 and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's huge.
Yep. All right, so Dritan trying to create an opening. Oh my gosh. Down 2 to the dome.
He's definitely trying to stop Alejandro from stepping with that back 4. Dritan looking to, you know, continue this light lead right now, but this is scary. This is 1 down 4, 2 can do it.
I like the 3+4 there because he is whiffing stuff. You know, beats a lot of things that Leo just likes to throw like that. Great reaction. He didn't commit to the last hit though. Could have been the end of the round.
Okay.
One more hit will do it. But she does have rage now, and it's going to be big damage if she gets hit. If he gets hit, there's only 17 seconds on the clock. Oh my gosh! Don't tell me that's it. There's no way.
Is it? No.
No. Chooses. Oh my gosh, this is close now. Next hit's going to do it, but who's going to get it? 5 seconds. Rage drive spent. Oh my gosh! The down forward 4 keeps him at bay. What a clutch round.
Wow, it's kind of like you said, like with Dritan and him getting in his own head. He had that, you know, in the lead, but it felt like maybe he was a little too. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Wow, what is this? We're doing a little dance here.
Yeah, he seems like he's a little hesitant.
Man.
But that's
a little snow shuffle on the ice. You know what I'm saying? Getting jiggy. Oh man, didn't commit to the last hit again. And it's like you said, a little bit of hesitation coming from Dritan there with these confirms.
Looking real good.
No hesitation with that. Oh, one more hit. Still needs another hit.
No.
Oh. No, there's no way. Not from here. Not like this, please.
Not like
this. There's no way.
Not like this.
A pixel and a prayer now for Alejandro Tekken. Can he do it though? Dritan needs this hit.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God. The up forward 1-3 to stay alive. Boy, did he ever need that hit.
Yes. It's the momentum that Dritan needs. No punish on the down 4-2. I know it comes out real quick, but I feel like that's almost essential in dealing with the layout. Look at this beautiful combo.
Get scooped up from the counter hit like ice cream.
Let's see. Beautiful whip punish like we talked about.
Ready for that.
Right outside of brain for the 3+4. Super important. The punish. Wow.
Oh, the delayed hop kick. What a read there from Dritan. Definitely feel himself after that one. Needs one more to seal the round. No, there's the slide. No, it's blocked.
It's it.
He's going to go rage art.
No, yes.
That might kill, you know. That might do it. It's going to be a lot of health anyway, and it does. Yes, Alejandro able to clutch it out with the clutch block on the slide. Takes out Dritan 2-0, man. Wow. What a round that was. Every round you had Alejandro fighting back. He wouldn't give any quarter, any inches. No matter how badly he was down in a round, he kept pushing and pushing. And he found clutches, he found hop kicks, he found down 4-2s, and he maximized on these opportunities. And that last block on the slide is just the cherry on top to illustrate how clutch he had been throughout that set. Close one, and give or take a launch here or there, that could have very easily gone Dritan's way. Very easily. I mean, that was back and forth, you know. But man of the hour, Alejandro dealing the damage out there, 2-0 over Dritan. Dritan will drop down into the lower bracket, and then Alejandro will go on to the upper bracket semifinals, man. But that was some tense Tekken right there. That was some tense stuff.
It truly was. I mean, when we talk about Alejandro's defense, there was barely like there was one part of the set where Alejandro definitely did get hit by the slides, but then went right back to blocking them and reacting. I definitely think that it could have been anybody's game, but the fact that it's Tekken, you get one launcher, you make that right read, carry to the wall. If your character has great wall pressure, that means everything. You take advantage, and Alejandro just running away with it in regards to that. But I will say it was interesting because we don't see Leo much, but the way that the way that Alejandro was playing it was so patient, but also picking and choosing those spots, making those reads, just very methodical with the decision.
Yeah, for sure. There are 4 types of slides, but I'll get into that momentarily. Let's have a look at the bracket and see our progress so far in this top 8. And now we see K-Top with the 2-0 over Zeon, moves forward there in the upper bracket. And then we just witnessed Alejandro Tekken defeat Dritan Rama to then also move forward. He's going to be taking him on in the upper bracket semis. And then Dritan Rama and Zeon will be that first round in the lower bracket there. So our next match, I do believe, will be Bode, only the best, versus DBP. There you see his little player card here. Bode, 44 years of age, a seasoned veteran. Seasoned with the finest all-purpose seasoning. Yes. Location, Naples, Italy. At Bode, only the best. If you want to hit him up on Twitter, share some Julia love, and then /Bode78 on Twitch. So, yeah, like I said, this guy, he's been about, man. He's been about. I've played him in bare tournaments on any Tekken you can think of, and he's always been a stellar performer. That Julia, been doing work with Julia since day one. And I also know he's got a Leo as well. So Leo might come out if Julia's he's not feeling it on the day, might pick out a little Leo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's to look out for. And then his opponent, going to be taking on DBP. Fresh out of Berlin, Germany, rocking that bob, 23 years of age. And this man, like I told you, can come out like a house on fire, really aggressive, or can fall like a house of cards, no practice. So you never know what you're going to get. Very solid player, though. When he's on his A game, this guy, he's a problem. And I think people know in Europe, when they see him in the brackets, it's an issue. They know, because he's good like that. And Bob's no slouch either. Bob can tear you apart in seconds if you're not ready. So definitely, this is going to be a very interesting match here in the upper bracket. I honestly can't call it. This is going to come down to conditioning. Who's on it on the day. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones where they're both so good. It's just going to be a question of who's on it now. Like, we know what they're capable of. Factor
kind of thing where you need it the most in a 10 set, like a 2 out of 3. So, I mean, yeah, DBP definitely have fought him before and watched him play in different tournaments. And yeah, I completely agree with you when it comes to when he's on it, he is on it. And you need that with Bob, right?
Yeah.
Such an underused character, but obviously 100%. You already know this character is always a threat. He's a Mishima. Everybody says it. Tekken 6, super scary. Still is to this day, right? Yes. And if you're gonna play Bob, you've got to be a specialist. Like he's like, oh, we got a pocket Bob. No. This is the character you submit your life to.
No, it's true. It's true. Yeah. Definitely a specialist guy as well. You see, the best Bob results you see usually come from guys who main him. Correct. You occasionally get good results from people that sub Bob, but the big results from Bob usually come from people that, like, that's their main character, you know what I'm saying? So just shows going that extra mile means a lot, So yeah, this is going to be good. Geometric plane, interesting stage. I always find, I don't know, I don't like this stage personally because I have bad experiences on it. That's just me personally. Well, I mean, I'll play on it and I like the stages, like, aesthetically, but it's just, I don't know, I think things just always go wrong for me. I don't know. All right, here we go, round 1.
Beautiful
back
punish.
2. Nice. Oh, the interrupt there with the down 2. Was that deliberate?
I thought maybe it was. It kind of seemed like it.
Yeah, I've always felt like down 2 is a strange choice, but maybe something I don't. All right, so we'll catch them stepping.
I already find that is going to be very interesting because, Bob has that crouch dash 1, right?
Oh
so
my gosh.
Julia, Bode is going to be super ready to just stay outside of range to whip punish and deal with it. Because it's a great keep out tool, and Julia's got to advance in. That elbow is always advancing forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bode going to stay outside of range. But
yeah, speaking of, no, you're absolutely right. And speaking of advancing that down, that crouch dash 1, that dash punch definitely sealed the deal there for round 1. Oh, and DBP trying to start off stronger this round, but the interrupt from Bode says no, finds the wall here, stomps away.
I always call it the veteran get-up kick because they delay it by a little and it always hits. OG
It's true, you know. They have like a sixth sense for when that's going to be a counter hit, isn't it?
Yes.
Always getting a counter hit into the max combo. Down 3+4. Trying to keep him pinned by the wall. Bode smartly maneuvers out here. And there's a throw. No break, man. Slave labor. No breaks here. All right. So here we go. Nice. Opens him up. Ooh.
It went right under it. That was perfect. The back three, crushing it. That's what you need. That's how you deal with that. But DBP, I mean, come on, this is Bob. Once he starts that hell sweep, you know, that wave dash pressure, it's a great way to start the momentum back in his favor.
All right, so let's see what... Yeah, DBP not able to get much going. Bode's just all been Bode, man. The control. Look at that. The spacing.
Patience,
choosing when into... Oh, and the mad axes.
Whoa.
The mad axes. Oh, wow.
Look at that.
And with that lumberjack jacket she has, I think she's definitely got the right name for that move, the axes, where she'll be out in the field chopping away. I can tell. Sunday afternoon, she'll be out there. Or actually, she's probably stopping the trees from being chopped down, right? That's her thing. Yeah, she's probably preserving nature in its finest. So, she's the most aggressive, one of the most aggressive fighters in the game. Oh,
I mean,
my God.
But it's like we talked about, like Bode, he stayed outside of range. Like, he was patient. Like, he didn't have to overextend. He let DBP do the pressing.
It was a very smart game plan. But this is what you have when you played a million Mishima players on Tekken Tag 1, where you're used to being the defender and countering approaches, because Mishimas like to be aggressive with electrics, they like to wave in, they like to come to you. And I think he's mastered one technique of defense, because that's where you get them to eat your magic fours, to run into your hop kicks, to run into your mad axes. You get all your juicy things on defense with Julia. So I think this is one of those things. Tekken 7, Julia, the style has changed a little bit, which is where Bode has had to adapt his style of play. But you can see that defensive style come in when he's being rushed down. And it was an interesting display of that in that game one.
Yeah, it was a great display of it. DBP can definitely bring it back, but there are times where I feel like when you need to adapt is when you need to play closer. You have to suffocate more. Bode has a lot of room to kind of plan to adjust to what DBP is doing, like the crouch dash ones, the 4-4-2s, things like that.
Yep.
Bode is staying right outside of range, but if DBP maybe approach by maybe being closer, maybe doing that wave dash pressure, it could maybe stop Bode from creating a game plan outside of that range.
Yeah, it looks a bit like he didn't really know how to position, like what to go for. You know, it looked like he was kind of confused as to, look at this, it's like, what do I use to, how do I approach this guy? Like, the style is just really unorthodox, you know?
Yeah, it seems like Bode's always got a different answer, right? Making it hard to get to him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like not ready. Like, oh, that was a sick speed. As soon as I say he's not ready, he gets the sickest crouch dash one ever.
The commentator's curse, Ryan. It's the commentator's curse. And the
wow.
Like I said, the pressure, we stay close, we be a little more aggressive. DBP has a round on the board and the throw. No
break. That was really good there, keeping the pressure going here. And maybe this is a strategy, you know, take away the space, keep him pinned down against the wall. You know, maybe this is a thing.
Right. And beautiful punish.
Guaranteed, yeah, back 2-3.
You know, like
again.
The kind of closer. And the
wow. Oh, 7 golden. And this is a much better look for DBP. All of a sudden, he's woken up here on Hammerhead. The music woke him up. that hype music.
What?
What is going on? Whoa, show you getting on the floor, and he is getting launched like, man.
Look at this momentum from DBP. Looking so confident. Okay, let's see. He's got the light lead. And the belly bump.
Blast her into oblivion. That is crazy. Bob was definitely the president in that game after those launch codes, boy. That was mad. So sick. 1-1. And I don't know what happened. What happened after that first game? What happened?
I'm gonna say firstly what I saw was, you know, he was a lot more active, had a lot more buttons placed. That down forward 2, I was thinking in my head the first game, I wonder where the down forward 2 is. Places it the second game, places the down forward 2, gets the wave dash into the hell sweep pressure, was closer. Once he got the wall, he pressured Bode. Bob's wall pressure, some of the best wall pressure in the game. That belly bump, putting in so much work. I mean, he was a lot more confident, played a lot faster, didn't give Bode as much time to think of a game plan.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely took some mental time away. There was a moment in that first round where he got like a whiff I can't remember what he whiffed, but he whiffed something and got crouch dash 1. And there you could clearly identify he had a better key into what Bode was going for and what sort of timing he needed to utilize to start getting. And after that, everything worked. After that crouch dash 1, when he gets Bode to the wall on round 1 and wins the round, then the next round he just starts off like, didn't he just, what was it? He started with some, yeah, he just did the 1+2 grab, no break, got the combo, and he just kind of carried this momentum all the way through, got 3 straight rounds. So yeah, it was crazy, man. He's in form now, wave dashing in form. Shout out to production, good old wave form. But yeah, wave dashing on form, man. Sick stuff to DBP so far. Here we go.
Yeah, that was a great, just a great response to the first game. Second game, DBP taking it. Let's see in the third one though, because this is for everything. This is for all the marbles.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Here we go. I don't know what's going to happen. DBP looks like he's got momentum right now. We hear Dragon's Nest, and Julia needs to
that down forward 2 almost
stop
came
the
out.
momentum. Needs to stop the momentum.
Beautiful low pair. That's a great way to stop it. Let's see.
Oh.
You know, it's interesting because both these characters have amazing wall pressure, but it's whoever gets who to the wall first.
Yes. Oh, the low parry. Don't try that on me.
Bode so ready.
Oh, and the down 4 takes the round.
Round 2.
Super nice.
Fight.
Bode likes pressure. He likes to turn around pressure and just like blow you up. He likes that. Oh,
yeah,
man,
as we can see right here,
he thrives. He's like, oh, you got that for me? Okay, check out this tactic I made up in Naples.
Jeez. Yeah, just the way he's playing her is so, it's like patient, but also a wonderful like balance of aggression. Where he
the down 4-2 there. You wanted it. There it is.
I love a good down forward too from Bob. I love it. Look at that repositioning from Bode though. Oh, this is scary. Oh, and the down 3. I kind of had a feeling. That was a great choice. Because it's, kind of have to hold it.
That's a great Tekken quote, by the way, Cuddle. I love a good down 4-2.
I love a good down forward
That's a sick Tekken quote. Oh, the Wild Sally 2-1 gets launched to the heavens.
Look at that awareness. That was beautiful.
Finds the wall as well. Look at that. The people's elbow. Oh, man, down for 2-1. That was a 6 step.
Yeah. And we're back at the
Look at the combos. Clip these combos, guys. If you like what you see, clip this stuff. Getting scooped off the ground, and again, no break. And just like that, Bode puts him on his back. 3 straight rounds, reverses the no round brown. And man, this is just crazy adaptation, back and forth. I mean, it's a shame it's only best of 3 because I kind of want to see more games between these two. They're adapting to each other so quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would have, if we would have went to a 3 out of 5, we know that this would have been, like, they would have kept adapting to each other. But also, like you said, Bode loves pressure, and we saw it in that last game, in that last round, the way that he was taking apart DBP, just so confident in all his decisions, knew when to, advance and then when to slow down. So great with the pacing. DBP was really trying to, figure out what Bode was doing, but just Bode was just changing up so much. It was very hard.
Yeah, I honestly think he likes it. Like, I honestly think, like, he's when that happens and the guy gets aggressive, he's literally like, Bode is at home smiling because he knows the guy is not ready for how he's going to adapt and crush them in the next game. He's at home. I can imagine he's at home with some really tasty Naples snacks because they have amazing food in Naples, and he's taking bites in between the rounds and he's enjoying the matches. He's like, oh, you want to get aggressive? Let's see. I'm going to show you what I got for you. Check out this Naples classic that you're not ready for. Yeah, he's on that. He's on that. So 2-1 to Bode. Shout outs to Bode, rocking it out. Doesn't matter what age this man gets to, always on top form, messing people up with Julia Chang all around the world. 6-6 stuff. DBP not out of just the tournament yet. He's going to be alive, going strong in the lower bracket. And I do believe DBP is one of the guys who ran the gauntlet one time, and I think he got to grand finals in losers, in lower. So he's one of them guys where even if he gets the lower bracket, it don't mean nothing. You could just start destroying people in the lower bracket. So yeah, we'll be seeing more of him later on.
It's the losers bracket run that everybody talks about. And now with our next fight, which will be Fergus versus Pika. Fergus, he's age 29 from Ireland. You can follow him at Fergus_TK and at Twitch at FergusTK8. but TK 2K8, you know, known for his Oscar, but he plays so many different characters. I love watching him play. I love his knowledge, especially with her. Like, he's known as one of the best Oscars in the world, and I'm so excited we get to watch him here. And then he'll be going against his opponent, the young GOAT, Pika. I love watching him play as well. He's only 20. And I'm not sure how to say this location. From Belgium, but
I'm gonna guess Liege.
Liege.
I could be completely wrong here because it's probably got a different pronunciation when you say it in French. So, but I'm gonna go with Liege because I can't pronounce the E sound. But yeah, Liege, Belgium. Put me on blast. No, it's all right, Color Core. Probably lost about 20 followers from Belgium. Like, you can't even pronounce my city. I'm out of here. So yeah, definitely is named Pika. Definitely 20 years of age. You guys can clip it and help me with the pronunciation. I'm very happy to learn from you fluent French speakers. And yeah, Pika_TK on Twitter. So again, like I said earlier, very aggressive.
Yes, a very aggressive Geese player for sure. And I mean, it's going to be so great to watch both of these players clash because, you know, I'm assuming Fergus is going to rock Asuka the entire way, Pika obviously with Geese. When I watch Pika play, it's such a treat because his combo awareness, his unpredictability, it's one of the best things to watch when you're watching Pika. He's never out of it. He will optimize on everything. He's got the confidence, the aggression of a veteran player. And then Fergus, you know, he's been in this forever. He's competed so much, has so many accomplishments, and you know, he's been in the situation, been in the ring so many times. He also has the confidence as well and the placement. He knows his matchups. So I wonder how this is gonna go. Asuka with her parry, I feel like her back three as well, dealing with Geese, will be super important. So I'm looking forward to seeing this, but I would be kind of curious to see if maybe Fergus would ever pick another character to counterpick. Hello, Ryan. How you doing?
Hi, yes, back again. Oh, I don't know what just happened, but here we go. Looks like I've tuned back in right on time.
Sure have.
Fergus about to go ahead against Pika. Best of three, our last best of three for this first round of top 8 matches. And man, this is going to be sick. And I was saying, I feel like Fergus did play Pika in that EVO qualifier, and I think Fergus came out on top. But let's see what happens here in the.
He did.
Well,
he did.
The run back.
I see the bracket. You know, I see it right here, and he did 3-1, if I recall correctly, in the February bracket. Yes, I see it.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. We're going to get the run back of runbacks here, and maybe Pika has been doing some homework since that defeat previously. So let's see what he can deliver here. Howard Estate, right at home here in his yard, in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Tatami Wars and ting. Let's see what he's going to do with it. All right. I do love Geese's outfits, man. They're all sick.
Yeah, they're amazing. They did the character justice in this game.
He got the proper service, didn't it? Proper fan service.
For real. I mean, already with the counter hit, sidestep 4. But the drop gets the down 1+2. We're going to the wall. Fergus playing right outside of range. Doesn't want to overextend too much. Geese still so deadly. It's a splat. Gets the splat again. Pika with this aggression. It's this goes for a step. We're going back to the wall. And like I talked about, that combo awareness, that optimal nature coming in, gets the rage drive. Feel anybody's game.
Great.
And the beautiful block by Pika.
2.
And the key charge, showing that confidence. Going back into it. They're definitely feeling each other out. Gets the parry. Asuka so well known for it.
Damn, ready for the parry. Super ready. Oh my word. All right, so 1 round each now.
Yeah, that parry came. I figured it's going to be a great part of this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both of them, right? They both have opportunities for that. But yeah, I think Asuka definitely more applicable to the way Geese likes to fight.
As a couple, right? And she also has the back 2+3 and the 2+3.
Oh so man, this is. I'm looking for that again. And the full punish forward to the overkill. Oh my gosh.
The awareness on that spring kick, that back dash.
That was sick, yeah. But how did he know, innit? He hasn't even done that yet. Like, how do you know? Like,
when you play as much Tekken as Fergus has, he's super aware and confident of all situations. Trust that he knows what he's going to do with his character.
100%. Right, so here we go. Up 2-1 in round 2. Trying to bring it home for first game. There's a nice launch just helping him do that. Oh, man. Over at the wall. Oh. Oh, man, this is a beating. The back two to close out. Solid performance there from Fergus.
Yeah, that was, it was, you could tell by the way he was playing so patient. He did not want to overextend. He's still so lethal, especially with that back 3-2 with punish. So Fergus kind of waiting, kind of letting Pika overextend instead.
Yeah, which is a smart strategy, right? You know, don't give him too much, don't show too much either. Play in reserve, let him give you all the openings you need, and just take what you need and win. And that's one of the smart strategies. It's hard to make someone overexert themselves. You need to, you know, you need to have that as a game plan where you're looking for certain things that make them kind of chase you down or show too much of their hand in certain situations and things like that. So Fergus playing a very smart game at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very smart game. Sometimes you have to let them overextend, especially when you're going against a character like Geese, who does all this wall damage, has all that pressure. So the patience, the weight, the backdash into the whip spring kick, forward two. I even liked how Fergus kind of ducked, didn't do anything, then did down 1+2. Changing up the timing is so important. So I mean, I definitely feel like Pika was definitely matching Fergus's energy in terms of offense, but Fergus being a little bit more patient, closed it out. So let's see how Pika responds in the second game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those mistakes people sometimes make where they don't know if they're the lead or, you know, if they're the head or the tail, and played a perfect tail around that game, you know, watching what the guy does and adapting on the fly straight away, giving him answers where, you know, literally predicting what he's going to do before he does it sometimes as well. And yeah, it's just really, really put Pika in a very confused state. And that's going to be something he's going to be thinking about for this game too. For sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be so important as well. If he's going to take the second game, is maybe applying a bit more of that jab, that down forward one, maybe a bit of a down four, maybe just inching in a bit more. Fergus is playing outside of range. Pika is kind of running into him. I know I talked about this in the last game too.
Yeah, no, but it's happening. Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. I mean, it's just one of those things that you've caught on to. It's great observation, you know, and let's see what happens here on Sook. Nice sidestepping
really
from... All right. Oh, interruption.
Like the awareness right away starting. I love it.
So sick,
and the walk.
Oh my days.
Yep.
Gets the guaranteed punish.
I'm loving it. Trying to, and the 1+2, that hammer palm.
Didn't want her to stay on the spot. He tried to move. Got punished for it.
We're at the wall though. This is a bad place to be. Let's see how the jump.
Oh, and down 1+2 again. Eating lows at the wall here. 3 in a row into the... Oh!
That parry, but...
Doesn't have a bar. He didn't have a meter. Oh, man.
Look at that whip punish.
I think he could have just got 2 forward 1 into JKN at the wall there for the wall splat, but who knows? Yeah, for that range, but it's always easier when you're watching, right? You know, you don't think the same when you're playing. So.
That's a great point. You know, it's like, oh, I would have done that. But
I would have won that round. It's like, no, you wouldn't have.
Like, these are quick split-second decisions, right? And they're showing why they're some of the best for that reason and making them...
Man.
Look at Pika with that that pressure. That
nice 1-1-2.
And they are
in the
each other.
Oh.
Okay, the patience and the duck.
Oh, nice duck. That was really cool. And no break on the regular throw. Wow.
Grip.
Isn't it?
Like, yeah, that I like that as a finish. Just another way to stay unpredictable.
The power slam. Wow, tried to flip over the Repukin.
And no break.
And no break. No one picked him. He got in his head with that regular throw in the last round. 1-1-2 down 4.
These are still great mix-ups to use the throws, especially Geese's. The counter hit.
Oh, man.
Look at this combo. Oh, I like that Fergus went for that sidestep too, but Pika
tries it again as well. Oh, ducks the high, but no full punish. Oh,
wow.
Oh, what a combo. The damage was unreal, man.
That was unfortunate. Okay. It's the launcher. We're going to the wall. The beautiful combo.
Nicely
Pika's
done.
sitting on 1 stick of butter.
Not sure when he's going to use it. He's going to need it soon, though.
Oh, that was that. I think that's where he was probably going to use it. And but he's still saving it.
The stepping has been quite thick in so many places from both of them.
Very much so.
Moves around, tries to find another wall. Not quite there yet. No. Side combo.
The break.
Oh, this time he gets the break. Yes. Oh my gosh.
And the punish, that time giving Fergus a taste of own medicine from the first,
Yeah.
from the first game.
He knew that Fergus would be looking for some kind of wake-up option in that situation.
I like that he's delaying some of
Whoa, that was nuts.
that was Pika with just knowing so much about his and gets the 1+2. No wall though.
Jumps over. Doing 2D combos now.
He doesn't want to use it yet. He doesn't want to use it yet.
He wants it guaranteed. There it is. He wants to confirm. Straight into the back four. Finds a wall now. No, mess up the combo. Fergus with a chance to steal this.
Get off of me.
Fergus still. Oh, this is not over
This
yet.
is such a scary
Pika in a bit of trouble now.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Pika taking it. Pika taking it. The second game. I loved how much they were stepping each other. It's 1-1 now, but the way they were stepping each other, their awareness of, that they played each other probably a lot of times. Also, given the grand final situation, right? So they know. Pika just saving that bar for when he needed it. I loved his patience and how he adapted in that second game. Completely different than the first one.
Oh yeah, definitely. We saw a different Pika. I think the stage helped him as well. He was able to find walls a bit easier. He was able to have the pressure he wanted to. And he was also able to get out of trouble when he wanted to as well. So definitely a different shape of things compared to game one.
Yes, completely different. And, we'll see the adjustments again in game 3. I'm just curious. I mean, it was still so close with Fergus that second game, but I wonder maybe if he'll change character, or will he stick fighting up with it?
I think that it was comfortable enough, and I think he's had enough wins in a row against Pika to not feel like he needs to change character right now. I think he'll be comfortable with that. He just needs to adapt, maybe change the stage, and just rethink the approach again. Because obviously, Asuka has the tools. Obviously, Fergus has the knowledge. It's just a question of how you bring that together for game 3. And, it's nothing he hasn't done before. So, a bit of just focus a bit more. We've got random Duomo di Sirio, which is definitely different to Sook. So, let's see what happens here. But same characters, and we go back in for game 3.
And a lot more space to work with.
Yeah.
Because we also have downstairs.
Especially downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer to get to another wall when you go downstairs. So it almost feels as if you save the first layer of the stage to get the corner pressure, to get that wall to wall, which is seems a little smaller. Maybe you use that to maybe pull away, get the momentum. So that's how they apply that.
It's an interesting format that you fight for more space. It's not you fight to have less space. You fight to have a more open arena. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start off in this fairly big stage, but then you get to the wall or whatever. Then when you break the wall, you get to an even bigger stage. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, like sometimes you need more space because you don't want to have to deal with some of the wall pressure, or maybe, just
or maybe 1+2.
Or 1+2. Or getting 1+2.
Wow, and this is just aggressive onslaught. Nice block. No, but the punish. Okay, gets the counter hit down 4.
Yes.
Be happy with that.
Yeah, and they're about even on health. This
Nice
could still be
escape.
anybody's round.
Indeed. Nice escape there from Fergus. Has a bit of terrain advantage here with him back to the wall.
Oh, I know Fergus with that 1+2.
Wow, that came out of nowhere. He wasn't ready. Pika eating the brunt of that throw. 1 round to Fergus.
Counter hit down forward 1-4. Impressive.
Oh my gosh, what a press.
No, we don't see that string a lot, so I like that he went for it. Sometimes it's just down forward 1, then down forward 1-4.
Gotta keep him guessing. Never let him know your next move, right?
Right. Wow.
Great
Fergus
stuff.
coming up 2 rounds already.
Oh my gosh, this is quick. Okay, Pika now has access to a bar. Not going to matter though at this point. Ooh.
We still haven't gone downstairs either, Ryan.
Oh, that's true. Good point. Oh, I think you might have. I think we might be. Hey, there we go. Oh, the key charge. Looking for the counter hit low. No tech roll from Fergus though.
Wow, that might have been a bit.
Whiff?
Hit
Oh, that is so unfortunate. Look at what he's eating because it whiffed. All this damage gone. Oh.
Yeah, that could have been scary, but Pika's staying so focused.
If he lost that round, oh my god, that would have been a heartbreaker.
Yeah, just because of like a whip part of the combo. And the back 3. The wall?
Finds it nicely.
Okay.
And chopping away at the energy bar. Pika doesn't have much left. Is looking bad. He needs everything to happen now. 2 bars, but is he going to get to use them?
It's readjustment too to get Fergus is back to the wall. Here we go.
Gets a combo.
I love how he realigned himself. that was beautiful.
Oh no, with punish. That could have been big.
What?
Oh, that could have been massive.
Oh, and the
that is it. Yep. 2-1. Fergus adapts, realigns, and counters. Man, what a game that was. Fergus, 2-1, moves forward here in the upper bracket, going into winners semi-final. Man, that was a sick game. Winners final actually. Sorry, winners final.
Yeah, it was so evenly paced, right? But that was. I feel like Fergus definitely still playing that nice patience kind of game, staying outside of range. Pika was definitely starting. There were just a few situations where maybe a few things whipped. He didn't fully capitalize, and when he did, sometimes it felt like it was a little too late.
Yep. Yeah, he wasn't ready. I just saw many situations where he just looked like I don't know if he wasn't ready for that specific moment or if he wasn't ready for how to manage the rest of the round after getting that sequence going. So yeah, and Fergus, if there's one thing about his game plan, he always looks like he always looks ready. No matter what sequence gives him some kind of momentum, he'll run with it, and he's able to build from any little opportunity, and that's massive, right? Especially in a set that's based on only a few results, where every opportunity counts, So yeah, no, shout out to Fergus. Great set though. I like the middle game as well. The comeback material was there. It's just, I don't know, Fergus just didn't let anything get going on game 3. He didn't really let him do anything. So that was hard there. But yeah, big shout out to Fergus for that one.
Yeah, and he'll advance forward. It's the semifinals.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Semifinals. So Fergus will then take on Bode in the semis, and then K-Top versus Alejandro Tekken. So yeah, that's going to be really, really cool. Dritan has eliminated Zeon in the lower bracket. So there you see 2-0 down there. Dritan marches forward in the lower side. And then we're also going to have Pika and DBP result coming in, I guess, at some point. But the next match, I think it's going to be K-Top versus Alejandro Tekken. That we're going to get to momentarily. And if you guys, watching at home think these guys are not that good, these guys are scrubs, I can beat them, you need to head on over to compete.playstation.com. compete.playstation.com. That link has all your tournaments there for you, free to enter, and there's cool prizes if you win. And you never know, maybe you'll get something awesome. I mean, it could be sick, right? From the luxury of your own home, you don't even have to go anywhere. No buses, trains, you don't have to turn car keys, nothing. You're just at home and you get to be in a tournament. And there's got all kinds of stuff over there. FIFA's on there. I've seen NBA 2K over there. I've seen Soul Calibur. I've seen Dragon Ball Fighters. There's a ton of games over there, man. It's crazy. Guilty Gear, of course, Tekken 7. Yeah, it's true. Like, everything's over there. So even if fighting games specifically are not your thing, there's other genres of games on there as well. So definitely head on over to compete.playstation.com. And that's the link that you need. So K-Top, nice Zafina.
But didn't you say that he uses a lot of characters?
Well, I was saying that I know he's got a Zafina outside of just the Julia, because remember his thumbnail, the avatar was Julia, and I was saying he might bring a Zafina. So at least in these PlayStation Fight Night tournaments, I've definitely seen a wealth of Julia and Zafina. More Zafina than Julia. So I feel like Zafina's like the main. And I've seen Julia come out in some certain matchups. But yeah, today it looks like the Zafina's doing all right. I'm not sure we even need to see. Well, I'm not sure we'll even get to see Julia. Zafina's like, you sit home today, I got it covered, So you take the night off. I'm all right here. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Put in a lot of work, like some characters, like when you're using them in a tournament bracket and you're hot on them, you stay on them. And for K-Top, that Zafina was looking too fresh.
Yeah,
in the game,
counter hits ready for the counter hits, ready for the interrupts, like knowing how to set the pace, running away, the backdash on point, waiting for him to come in, getting the counter hit when he tries to approach. Like, that's a scary opponent. An opponent that knows how to run away and how to counter hit you when you're approaching, that's hard to deal with, So going back, we're gonna let the players load up and everything. But going back to the 4 law slides, we talked about the slide types.
Yes.
The four law slide types. There we see, yeah, loading up. Okay, 4 slide types. The first one is you don't care, you're just going to take it. Doesn't take much damage, I'm just going to take the slide. The second one is I'm guessing that he's going to go mid. So you're conscious of the slide and you're consciously guessing to block mid and you get slid. The third one is he just hits you before you could react. Like you weren't even aware. Like you knew he has the move, but it was just way too fast. And then the fourth one is counter hit. You're trying to, the third one is out your movement. You're trying to move and he hits you. And the fourth one is you're pressing a button. So those are the 4 slide times. Fourth one is counter hit, like you running in, trying to do it, whatever, like a 1-2 jabs, and then he slides you. So yeah, those are the 4 slide types that you can get hit by with Law. And that's why that last one was worth going for Dritan, because you don't know what he's doing defensively, what slide he's expecting. So sometimes the most obvious slide becomes he knows that I know that he knows that I know that he, so then it works. You know?
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's jump into this. It is our first upper bracket match here in the PlayStation Tournament's Fight Night Invitational, and it's going to be K-Top with the Zafina versus Alejandro Tekken with Leo. Both very dominant first round performances. Let's see what happens now.
You know, I feel like, it's going to be who's more defensive in certain situations. Because we'll see how Alejandro deals with that Zafina stance pressure that K-Top is so good at doing.
Yeah, for real, man. Definitely.
Look at that walk. Okay, killing. It's the hell sweep.
Oh my gosh.
The counter hit.
Ouch.
And they're sweeping for sweeping.
And he's almost got the first round, the pick up off the ground. And Alejandro Tekken off to a good start here.
Already starting with that back swing.
The down one counter hit. Max damage off of that. Yep, over by the walls. The Warriors looking on. They like what they see. Oh, slap to the floor.
Well,
wow, we're over the other side straight away.
And then just
the forward. Yeah, the forward 2-3, no range on. Sorry, it was a high, so it gets ducked, of course.
Beautiful punish. Nice spacing. And the walk. Oh, see.
Oh my gosh.
And that's how you're supposed to, that's what I'm talking about with defense. That's how you're supposed to deal with Zafina. But K-Top, let's see how he responds. And the duck.
Nice. The movement here. Looking slick right now. Evading all kind of strings.
Pressure sends the rage drive. We're going to wall.
Yep.
And the duck. Wow. And the hop.
Oh my gosh.
That was great placement.
Round 4.
Avoiding strings like a bad deal, boy. No strings attached. Wow. All right, so here we go. While standing 3, 1-2 jabs. Nice punish.
And that one again with that counter hit. It's the sweep. Oh. Doesn't go into full stance, either doesn't commit. I like that.
Yep, and that's going to be the round. 2 apiece here in game 1. Things are heating up right now.
Very even. Really patient. The silence.
Cut the tension with a knife right now.
Nobody
trying to find the opening.
First move.
You want that first game. You don't want to give away the first game. It's important for the momentum build. It's only best of 3 here. And he's getting chipped away. Oh my gosh, all the health has gone. 60% gone already. There's a power crush to get the party started. Wake up, hop kick. Oh. Wake up, hop kick. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Special again, just doing so much work. It's like we talked about, when you have an opponent who is so good at knowing where to place those kinds of moves, especially when you're coming in, they're so good at the timing that they're able to really pull away in those clutch important moments, which is how K-Top took the first game.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where, you're starting to identify key elements of K-Top's style. We saw that in the game before where he had so much health, he could just throw out the hop kick. Again, we're seeing that same scenario when it's towards the end of the game, throwing out the hop kick. Very, very perfectly timed, done for good measure, and it gave him the W in both matches. So he clearly knows how to identify that hole in his opponent's game.
Yeah, and he definitely did. He got the scarecrow down forward 4, the low crush, and got the counter a few times as well. K-Top really knowing where to pump the brakes and
Yeah.
to put the gas pedal when it came to committing to stance pressure and not, which is so important with Zafina, because Alejandro was stepping beautifully around Zafina's stances, which is actually how you're supposed to deal with them. That's actually how you're supposed to, or hop kick, you know. But K-Top, noticing that, adapting, says, oh, you know what? I'm not going to always commit. I'm going to really pick and choose my spots.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the magic of Tekken, right? The moves do what they do, but you ultimately create the moves yourself. You know, I mean, if someone's just blocking and you run up and do 1-4 with Leo 1-4 1-4, it's not going to land. You're not going to take any health. But if you do 50 backdashes, and then when they run in, do the 1-4, suddenly it hits, and it's like, oh, that's how I use this move. And that's one of the beautiful things about Tekken, because you can create designs for moves. It's funny that you think, well, the move's just made. That's all it does. That's its only purpose. But you can create new purposes for moves, and that's why Tekken is such a great game, or fighting games in general. You know.
Yeah, creating new purposes for those moves. It becomes a completely different move if you like you said 50 backdashes, then you do Leo's 1-4 compared to well, I'm just gonna do it 2 times 3 times. There's ways you can manipulate your movement, manipulate your timing to make those moves work
Effective. Exactly. Yeah. Let's see what they can get to work here in game 2. K-Top looking really strong after that first match performance. I know Alejandro's gonna have something to say about that. Oh, nice counter.
Yeah, I really like how Alejandro's been using that.
Really sick,
reversal.
We don't normally see Leos go to that option that often, right? And so that's why it's really a joy to watch time and time again. Yes. Oh man, picked up now.
Yeah, doing the 1+2 4-4 from so far is such a great bait. It's such a great bait because it hits so much. People think they can interrupt and they can't actually.
Indeed. Oh wow. Okay.
Now forward 1-4. Alejandro Tekken has really been so good with the string awareness because you have to duck those strings, or else you're giving Zafina just a free chance to potentially mix up again.
Indeed. Runs in with the slash kick. Rinsing those lows from the stance. You have to like get in your opponent's head a little bit with those, you know? Even though they don't take much damage, it's like mental damage, isn't it, when you keep eating those? And there it is to close the round.
Yeah, exactly. Which the 4-4-3 was the mix-up. Make them pay for eating the low, and then you mix it up, and then you finally go for the low again.
Ooh.
The down back 2 counter hit. Such a good move from Zafina. Stopped a lot of steppers. Does not go for. Oh, and it gets okay.
Downstairs.
Alejandro's been so good with that. Stopped a lot of pressure that way. Alejandro with the life lead.
Oh man.
And this should be it.
That is it. Yep. 2-1. Alejandro coming back strong now. Trying to tie it up and make it 1 apiece. Of course, if he loses this one, he doesn't have the option of switching characters. He has a secondary Steve that we probably won't. Yeah, he does have Steve waiting in the wings if need be, but looks like Leo's got it covered this round.
Yeah, I mean, Alejandro's looking so comfortable. Okay, the 4-4-3 is so good. Stop it from stepping, get the 4-4-2.
Oh my gosh.
And K-Top taking that. It's final round. Second game.
Oh my goodness me. Looking to take it 2-0 here. K-Top needs one more round to close it out.
That was so quick,
Guaranteed.
Ryan. I looked up, and everything, and the health bar was gone.
Round was over.
Okay. Still anybody's game.
It really is. Huh? Okay. Uh-oh, put himself at the wall though. Not a good positioning for him. Trying to get out with the 4-2-3. Oh,
there it is.
There's the wall bounce.
And
that is it. Takes the round and ties it up. 1 game each. After that was nuts.
I gotta say, we're talking about awareness and trusting your muscle memory and your character.
Yeah.
I love that Alejandro uses the shoulder to punish because of the wall bounce.
That was smart, yeah.
That was optimal.
That was smart.
If Alejandro got the wall right, like a
4.
1
yeah,
2.
No. That wouldn't have been enough.
You know? And that is what he needed.
Definitely. No, yeah, great awareness there from Alejandro. Was aware of the minus frames, was aware of the positioning by the wall, was aware of the damage on the table, right? Didn't want to let that go. Got the max punish. And that also gets into the head of your opponent as well, because they then think, well, when I'm back to the wall, I can't use this low anymore. You know, like that's really good psychological development as well. So yeah, great stuff, great awareness. And now it's 1-1.
Yes, 1-1. This is so evenly matched. K-Top, I gotta say, I gotta talk about the one round where it was like a speed run of damage. K-Top seems to be one of those players where he analyzes the situation, split second decision like, okay, I don't have that much health, but I'm in rage. Then starts to put his opponent into these situations where it's like he conditions you in like a millisecond. And then just as you think that you've adapted to the conditioning, he goes for something that totally counters it. That 4-4-3 twice, that hit.
Oh my God, yeah.
4-4-2 was so well placed. Like K-Top is so good at that.
He's really, really good at that. And great example of that in that match. But yeah, one apiece here. The winner of this is going to go through to the upper bracket finals, man. So it's all to play for here. I mean, guaranteed third place if you win this game. So yeah, this is it, man.
This is huge.
Minimum third place. Minimum.
They're gonna pull out all the stops on this one. You already know, Ryan. Like it's gonna be.
Yeah, 100%. These two, definitely get it on like a house on fire when they get going. Both of them have this kind of burst damage impact where they just go crazy in a few seconds, Yes. And so you just never know who's gonna unleash that beast first.
Yeah, I feel like with K-Top's kind of like offbeat timing and Alejandro's parry placement, it's gonna be even, and we're gonna go to final. I believe. I truly believe that. Oh my gosh,
what is going on?
I told you! That's a 4-3.
Oh my word, this is
Could not be bananas.
It though. Oh no, drop the wrist. What?
It crushes.
Wow.
It crushes down back towards the 4-4-4. K-Top already one step ahead in that.
That was readiness, man. How was he ready for that?
This is already so intense.
Yeah, like all these things just okay.
Hey, Alejandro
almost
being a little more patient.
Oh no, he baited him into that.
Yeah, the Semifinal special. We hadn't seen that at all until now.
And he still ducks, could have done the mid again. Oh my days, these mind games. All over the place right now.
Oh, that was almost a look. Either way.
To the house speed. Oh, rage drive blocked.
And the down
No, not respecting the frames. I don't care if you're plus, I'm pressing buttons.
Sometimes you just need a quick low to just kind of, get out of the way. You don't want to do too much. The low parry. Beautiful decision by Alejandro. And gets the wall splat.
Ooh, this is good damage into the house sweep as well. The down back 4-1 closes it out. And this is set point here for Alejandro Tekken.
Looking so strong.
Really sick. Great comeback after the first game.
The scared
Don't want to speak too soon, no? Yep.
I might get my wish. Is it Christmas, Ryan? Because we might get a final.
Oh, man. Closer to Easter, but you might get a nice egg out of this.
Or Easter, yeah.
you might get a nice Easter egg out of this one.
Oh, the K-Top special again. We go 4-4-3 twice.
He's on it. He's looking for the parry.
Get off of me.
Oh, the float with the jab.
Their wall game is both so just scary. Try to go for like a reversal ordeal, but K-Top going for the low. See, I'm getting my wish. This is final. It's Easter.
It is indeed, yeah. Final round.
Such a scary situation to be in, but Alejandro keeping this defense to punish.
1-4, yep. Guaranteed.
Look at this stance pressure. Okay, Alejandro still with the defense, and it's paying off. Gets the
wall combo. This is looking good. Trying to find a second wall here. Looking to close out. Still anyone's game fairly even in life. And there's the wall bounce. What great awareness there. And down we go. What's it going to be here?
Oh my God.
Oh, one more hit.
This is still anybody's game. I'm concerned. Spends the rage drive. Now he's going to have to do a lot to come back against the sweep. We're going to the wall. Is this it? No, it is not.
Oh my gosh, he goes like 15 seconds, 12 seconds left. One more hit. Oh my gosh. What a low parry that was. That was sick. I don't think I've ever seen that low parry for the game. That was too sick.
Ryan, you know how we talk about the fact that, people always talk about sometimes if you go low, don't. If you want to close it out, don't. Go for the mid, right? So maybe Alejandro in his head thinking, you know what? K-Top could be going for this. K-Top could definitely go for this. You know what? I'm going to go for the whole read, and I'm going to go for the low parry. It was very gutsy, but totally paid off. That instinct kicked in completely. I got my wish. I'm happy. We got the final.
That was really, really cool, man. A close match. Couldn't have been closer, down to the wire. Literally the last game, last round, downstairs, the last low parry. Everything happened in that game. Those two gave it their all. That was an epic, epic finale. So that, with that done, that is Alejandro moving into the upper bracket final, aka winners final here. So that's big moves for him. Sick stuff. And then of course, wait, who do we have? Alejandro, Tekken. Who is he just playing? My mind's gone blank.
Yeah,
K-Top, yeah. So yeah, K-Top's gonna take that awesome Zafina and drop down into the lower bracket, and then be fighting in there as well. So we might see him later on. That was so close. That could have gone either way. I mean, we've seen K-Top deliver those comebacks in the past as well. So yeah, gonna be cool, man. But man, Alejandro Tekken, whoo, looking. The Leo just really unpredictable, clutch, really, really clutch. Knows how to get in your head, you know, and I like what I'm seeing. I do like it. It's really, really sick.
Has he gone offline at all, Ryan?
Good question.
Because that Leo's really spicy. I mean, I gotta see that in some offline too. You know, give me some more Leo to root for. You know, because like Leo's like a unicorn. We don't see this character, but I love how Alejandro is playing. The way he's walking is so fluid. And we talk about Tekken, we talk about how important movement is. And sometimes I think with Tekken 7, people think that maybe the movement isn't as good, but it's still so present and it is there. Sometimes you have to commit,
definitely. But
that means that you trust your movement, you trust your reads, which Alejandro showed, getting wall splats, getting optimal combos off the back, like
wall
that.
Bounces.
That was so important, right?
Sick, yeah.
So I would love.
No, 100%. Yeah, it was a difference maker. It was definitely a difference maker. And I do believe there's been some offline events as well. So maybe there's some VODs online you can clock. But it's just, it shows you that putting that little bit extra in makes all the difference. You're not going to do while standing 4 1+2. You're going to do the wall bounce, the shoulder block. You're going to get the max damage into Oki, into the kill. So all of those things just show you how important the awareness is, you know, the awareness for just your ring presence. Like, where is the guy? How far is the wall? How close is my back to the wall? What combo do I need to do to get him to the wall? Like, all these things. So really, really cool stuff to see.
Yeah, awareness is everything. When we talk about awareness, it's so important to understand like where the wall is in that split second. Like it's in a split second decision, you have to understand where everything is. And when you're optimal, you know, that's the difference between you closing out the round or not at all. Give me your opponent.
Speaking of where everything is, let's see where everyone is on the bracket. We know that this top 8 is well underway, and let's have a look at the progress so far. So there you see Alejandro Tekken just about skin of his teeth, taking it 2-1 over K-Top, moves forward into the upper bracket finals and is awaiting the winner of Bode versus Fergus, which is going to be our next match. And down in the lower bracket, you see Dritan Rama there, victorious, waiting for the loser of the match. And then you see on the other side, I believe it was K-Top, who is going to be taking on someone I can't remember. Another person. DVP, excuse me, DVP. Yeah. So there we go. So that's what the top 8 survival looks like. Everyone fighting fit down there in the Shark Tank in lower bracket. But here we go in the upper bracket. It is going to be Bode versus Fergus. Man, this is going to be a sick match. Femme Fatale on deck. Leo versus Asuka, and I can't wait. No walls though. Both characters have very good wall games, but we're not going to see any wall strats in this match.
You literally said that Bode plays Leo. Like you said it. Like
yeah.
And I was like,
I think he heard you when you said, "Oh, well, there's not enough Leos. We need more Leo love." I think he heard you. He's like, "Okay, you want this? Let's go."
He's like, "Okay."
Oh my gosh! Sweeps her out her little school shoes there. Sweeps her off the toes.
And Bode looking so patient right now. Fergus having to, you know, kind of make up for the loss of life right now.
Yep.
Giving away. Oh,
wow.
Evasiveness. Still
blocks it, yeah. Looking for the up for 2-1, safe on block.
Delays the string super hard. Getting that.
max delay that time. Oh, up forward 3 after the cancel. Wait a second, hang on a minute. No, into the hell sweep again.
That move is gotta be one of Leo's best lows. Like the lows.
Back 1-4, yeah, it's so sick. It is so sick.
Yes.
Oh, down 4-2, interruption.
Even without walls, it doesn't feel like Bode is the kind of player to even care too much about it. Even if the character does have an advantage with walls, not really Bode's thing. And it's there.
Yep.
It's not, okay, I'm still gonna play pressure game, you know?
Yep, definitely. Oh my gosh, back 3-1.
Round
Straight
3.
in the face.
Fight.
2 straight rounds. And Fergus hasn't really been able to start playing yet.
Yeah, Fergus is trying to find those openings, but Bode has these really nice team-out tools with the down forward.
wow.
Too. My goodness, again.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
mad.
Let's see, though. Asuka can do it. But, and this is a great start with the get-up kick, the OG get-up kick.
Yep. Guaranteed.
And the
Oh, no punish. It was a nice dart, but didn't get the launch afterwards. A little bit slow on the release. Okay.
no duck there. Tell anybody's game. That's 1-4.
Oh, I like the back 3 over the low attempt there. Oh, the confirm.
And the delay.
Confirm. Yep. Takes it. Fergus finally on the board.
That keep out with down back 1, 2. I only learned about it from Fergus and how you can confirm it for a, you have a lot of
Super
time.
late.
No?
You could do that super late. Yeah. Oh man, no combo. But it's not going to matter at this point because Fergus is absolutely all over Bode right now.
Woke
2
up.
games each.
Fight.
Yeah, Fergus woke up. Super
Yep.
strong.
It's crazy right now. The comeback is real.
Notice that Bode's a lot more aggressive this final round.
Yeah, he's like, I can't let this guy play. I don't want him to get started. Oh wow.
Gonna wait outside of range. We're being patient, even on health about.
Ooh.
That changed really quickly.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe he won the game. I can't believe he won from there. That is wild. What a turnaround, man. 3 straight rounds. Wow.
Wasn't, and he was down,
Wow.
wasn't he, Ryan? He was down 2 rounds.
Yeah, he was down 2 rounds. It was like completely one-sided. Bode didn't even really let him play. Remember we were saying, it looks like he hasn't started playing yet. He's just you remember we were saying that, like, he's just getting out the blocks now. It's like, right, brought it back 3-2. That is mad.
This is the beauty of Tekken, though, where
That's crazy, yeah.
You have the time. Just because you're down 2 rounds does not mean that you're dead or out of it.
No.
I always think about it as sometimes, it's just extra data that you've collected that you can use to
Definitely.
make the 3-2 comeback, which Fergus beautifully showed there, showing that experience right there. Both so evenly matched. I didn't know who's going to win it.
Yeah, no, totally. And it's one of them things where you don't really want to get deep into the strategy pool of your opponent, but hey, sometimes that info is valuable. I mean, the deeper you go into the ocean, the more species you discover, right? So it's one of them things where you might go somewhere you don't want to be, but there's benefits for being down there. And this is what he got out of that. Now, not only has he got all that data, he got the win off the back of that too. So it's really, really good going into game 2 for him.
Yeah, he was looking so strong. So let's see how Bode makes those adjustments, because it really was not far off. And I think Leo was still a great choice. Maybe walls will come into play here. Maybe that pressure will be what he needs to solidify the second game and make it 1-1. Let's see.
All right, let's get into this.
The jewels. Okay.
Okay. We got the character switch. Tried and trusted Julia is back out on the attack. Let's see if this is going to be the difference maker right here. Let's see.
And there's walls, right? And so Julia.
And there's walls, yep. But that means Asuka's back in play as well.
That is a very fair point, because that means that you now, what's given is, Fergus can create that wall pressure, so can Bode. Bode does have the benefit of having Julia maybe more comfortable muscle memory versus this.
Yeah, I was just saying a bit more comfortable. Oh, nice low parry.
Like right away, yeah. It's the running one. It's the throw. It's a beautiful throw. It's like a suplex.
Yep. Oh man, rage drive on the ground. Picks him up.
Yeah.
Yep.
These mixers are about to come into play. The can. Yeah.
Wait. Oh, wow.
Down forward. Just a simple down forward to close it out. That was a good option by Fergus. That can was perfectly placed.
That was so sick. A bow and arrow there. Almost off axis, but still clipped. Nice duck into the punish.
Bode trying to find his way in right now. The punish on the punish. This combo. Fergus is trying to fight off this wall. The down back 1-2 as an answer.
Oh my gosh. Every unblockable just... No, that's going to be it. Straight into rage art, no doubt. No, he's going to do rage drive instead. It's not going to matter. Both are going to kill.
That was
Bode
clutch.
gets himself on the board.
He's so good at those low parries in those very crucial situations. Killing each other out. Anybody who gets to the wall first, this is going to be Pressure City.
4-4.
Ooh, wow. I really like the elbow option. The duck.
Yeah, oh. Ready for the duck.
Okay.
Okay.
Still gets that wall pressure. This is where he wants it. This cornering, this pressure. But Fergus reversing it with a sidestep too, but no full combo though.
No break on that.
I almost thought that was going to be a rage drive. It finishes the string. I like that.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Fight.
I
Finished
like
in the
that.
match.
Just in case maybe if Fergus maybe stacked. I stop him from moving. I like the duck. That was war drum range. He wanted it.
Oh my gosh, and Bode smashes him to pieces against the wall there, and that is 1-1, just like that. That was completely rinsed. There was no chance that game. That is unbelievable comeback potential there from Bode. He doesn't have the set yet, but that was a very, very impressive game too. And he's given Fergus a lot to think about ahead of game 3.
You're right. Like that, the switch to Julia was just what he needed. Definitely was able to connect a lot more hits, a lot more pressure. Seemed super comfortable with just pressuring Fergus. When Bode even had like the positioning of the wall, he was always ready to keep Fergus there and make him stay there.
Yeah, and you could see that in play. You could see how effective he was there, and it really helped in the game plan. Because keeping him close as well also gives you more data to learn from, because he's needing to do more all the time. So that's a really good tool for that as well. But yeah, great stuff to Bode, man. The Julia coming out, doing the damage on the spot, 3 rounds to 1, and bringing it home 9-1 in rounds. So yeah, really, really sick. But let's see what happens in this game. There's one more to play to move on into the upper bracket finals. And this is all to play for, man. This is massive, because the next game is going to be best of 5, right? Yes. So this is that last best of 3, and they want to get into that best of 5 area because you have more safety. You have a wider safety net, don't you? So,
yeah, you have more room to adapt, more time to kind of play the slow game. You don't have to bring out every trick you have so soon. You can definitely save those, and I adore 3 out of 5, you know. 3 out of 3 is super essential, but I always feel like when you get to that part, or you've ascended to that part of the bracket, that means that the reward is that you can now play longer Tekken.
Round 1.
Let's see who's going to be able to get to play some long form Tekken soon. That's a beautiful 1+2 to the wall.
Okay, half bar gone already. Half bar gone. Ooh.
That was a good duck. The down 1+2. Fergus still wanting to keep Bode there.
Oh, nice low parry. Not dead just yet. Still alive. Oh, wall flat. Side steps for max damage.
Characters are powerhouses, Ryan.
Oh, man. And Fergus is going to be breathing a sigh of relief after that.
That was scary. You know, Julia, all she takes is a couple of hits. The 1+2 Fergus has been so good at hitting that. Fully commit to the hop kick. Fergus is back into the wall. Let's see if he fights off. Gets the counter hit on the 3-1. Okay, but Fergus still
Goes to bow and arrow. Doesn't believe in it. Got him by the wall. Doesn't want to commit to any dash punches. Oh, there's one. Oh my gosh, that was a hop kick. No second hit though. Okay.
They're about even on health too. And time is winding down.
20 seconds left. Oh, underneath with the burnout, that was so slick. Fergus now ducks the throw, backs out. Mad axes, no break.
Round 3.
He placed that so well. It came out so quick, and he needed that. Gets it again. Spring kick. That's the forward too. Fergus is taking
so ready.
Always kind of run outside of range to prepare for what you're going to do on wake up.
Yeah. Interruption there. Uh-oh, low parry again. Bode on the attack. Trying to make something happen here. Max wall carry here. Look at this, all the way over to the outside of the screen.
Okay.
Bode now needs a wall hit. Oh.
And down back one of the response. He's like, I don't want to deal with any of that. Quickly does the down back one. Fergus trying to close out this game. Bode slowly making his way in the duck.
Nice crouch, yep. Ducks underneath.
I'm loving this
Good
taste.
punish.
Slowly chipping away at Fergus right now. Oh my god! These characters are
They
wild.
both miss.
Down forward two. We're going to the wall.
Oh my gosh. Into the wall splat as well. If that didn't hurt enough. You also eat another combo. Armor tackle.
Massive slap against the forward two afterwards.
Wow.
You know, it's kind of like we talked about with you know, sometimes we save those moments, those tricks we want to use where we need it the most. And Fergus showing that he knew that this was the time where he wanted to use that to pull away. It was a great option against him.
It was really cool. I wonder if you can jump back out of that, you know, make it whiff like you do against Marduk. But yeah, that was a really smart tackle there, you know, maxing up right in front during the tech roll animation, so there was nothing Bode could do about it. And that is it. 2-1. Bode falls short and is going to be heading down into the lower bracket. And yeah, winners final, upper bracket final. It's going to be Fergus 2K8 versus Alejandro Tekken, which is going to be sick, man. So yeah, great stuff so far to both players.
Yeah, Alejandro versus Fergus is gonna be so good. I'm assuming it's gonna be Asuka versus Leo, but just the fact that both of their movement is just so clean, they're optimized with their characters, and the fact that they trust their reads so much, I feel like it's gonna be super even yet again. I can't wait to see their playstyles clash there.
No, yeah, it's been great. It's been great. And I wouldn't have thought Fergus would be happy with any other position right now. You know, he's been quite a stellar performer in all of these Fight Night tournaments, you know, winning the EVO Japan qualifier. And I think he even got quite far in the next one after that as well. Did he win I think he won back-to-back tournaments. So yeah, really, really sick performance from him so far. So no surprise to see him here in the upper bracket final. And yeah, it's going to be a great step versus Alejandro Tekken. If you guys want to compete, this website is compete.playstation.com. And that's the link you need to sign up on to be part of the PlayStation Tournaments Fight Nights for Tekken 7 or any of the games involved. Yeah, and then you see below, sign up and get involved. Compete.playstation.com. They got Rainbow Six, they got Guilty Gear, they got Dragon Ball Fighters, they got FIFA, they got NBA 2K. There's a ton of games in store and more. And guess what? If you're good enough, you just might win some really cool prizes. How about that? So there we go. But man, this bracket is heating up. The top 8 looks sick. Like the top 4 is looking really sick. And they see the bracket. Bode is going to be taking on Dritan Rama. Dritan's been waiting patiently for his opponent after his 2-0 victory over Zeon. He's been sitting there watching the matches. So yeah, he's going to be taking on Bode. And then K-Top versus DBP. Both of those matches to come in the lower bracket. I believe next, though, it's going to be Alejandro Tekken versus Fergus 2K8. Upper bracket finals. And this one is going to be a best of 5 affair. And what do you think is going to happen in this one, Cuddle?
For the 3 out of 5, so this is what I think.
Go.
It's going to be very close, but I think there are situations where Fergus is really good at pulling away. And I think those crucial moments, maybe where they're both in rage, or maybe, you know, he'll need a crucial moment to, like, you know, maybe get the momentum or the life lead. I think the way he's so clutch with it, I think there are going to be situations where he's going to just completely be able to make that decision every time. I think Alejandro is good at it, but I think Fergus, it's just the type of instinct that he has that I think sometimes he's going to be able to pull away because of it. But I feel like it's still going to be very close.
All right, interesting. To find out just how close it's going to be, we're going to have to wait until we come back, because before we get into the upper bracket finals action, we do have a short break. So don't go anywhere, guys. Go to the kitchen, go to the fridge, get your refreshments, snacks, drinks, and come back shortly. And we'll be back very soon. See you in a bit. Hello and welcome back to PlayStation Tournament's Fight Nights Invitational for Tekken 7 Europe. It's been absolutely incredible, fast-paced action all the way through the brackets, each and every single matchup. It's been super sick so far. I've been enjoying it. My name is Reinhardt, if you're joining for the first time, and I'm joined by none other than Cuddlecore. How have you been enjoying the hype so far?
I've been loving the hype. It's been so good. All the matches have been amazing. You know, back and forth, just playing character specialists. I'm always a fan of seeing that, seeing people's options, what they go for, optimization, just the trust they have in their characters. And, you know, EU definitely showed up and delivered completely this entire time. I've loved it.
What would you say some of the differences in style you've noticed in terms of NA competition and EU?
It's so interesting because I feel like that's a hard one because I feel like some of the similarities, at least, is like we do stick to our characters, but I feel like EU has a lot of character specialists. There are certain characters I never see really in America, but EU has a lot, like characters I never really see. But also I think kind of even sometimes how they commit to how they move. I love that. There's a lot of trust that they have in their movement. So I like that. I think that's kind of a big difference. I think for us, we like maybe backdashing a bit more and then stepping, but like there's a lot more trust that they have in like maybe walking and committing.
A bit more aggression in that sense, right?
Yes, in my opinion. Yeah,
sure. Interesting. Let's take a little look at the bracket so we can see what's happened so far for those who are just joining for the first time. And now we see the carnage that's been going down. K-Top with that dominating 2-0 in the beginning. Alejandro Tekken also quite a convincing win there over Dritan Rama. And then Bode 2-1 over DVP and Fergus 2-1 over Pika. And then in the upper bracket semis, we had Alejandro who just about scraped by K-Top, literally pixel damage to get into the upper bracket finals. And then Fergus 2K8 who just, back and forth seesaw matchup versus Bode and took it 2-1. So the next match we're going to have is Alejandro Tekken versus Fergus 2K8. During the break, we did see DBP take the victory there, 2-1 in the lower bracket. So he's now marching forward. He's going to be in the lower bracket semi-finals. So guys, we do want to let you know about our awesome Discord that we would like to invite you to join, to be part of the community. And obviously you can join that using that QR code there, or if you're if you've got some good eyes, you can put that link in, type out all those characters and put the link in. But yes, be a part of the PlayStation Tournament's Discord, the community Discord, to find regular updates, articles, videos on esports events, and meet up with others to share your passion, because obviously that's what this is all about, right? We're here because we love the sport, we love the games, we want to find people who share those same passions with us so we can kind of share all our findings and learn from each other and just have an amazing time. You know, some of these get-togethers and networking become people that become your friends and later family, you know? So this is a big opportunity. Jump in and be a part of the PlayStation Tournament's community Discord.
And one of the best ways to get better at the game is definitely through training with others, and it makes it more fun. It's exciting, and you get to bond through community. So yeah, definitely join the Discord, because I training alone, what's that? Well, you can definitely, like Ryan said, like meeting friends and sometimes lifelong like relationships you have with people that you met through these communities. So definitely join if you all can.
It's crazy, right? How you don't know the future. You don't know what the future has for you. You know, you're in a casual thing, and then suddenly you're like best friends or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, I've known you for 15 years, 20 years. You know, so it's really, really cool. But yes, our next match getting teed up. It's going to be the upper bracket finals, and it's going to be a good one, guys. Best of 5, the first one of the day. Leo versus Asuka.
Wow, yeah, this I though I have my opinion on where Fergus might pull away in some rounds, I still feel like this is going to be insanely even. Yep, it's gonna be Leo versus Asuka. We got walls as well. They both have insane wall pressure, which we've seen many times in
Definitely.
these matches coming up, right? Like
Yeah.
every match is pretty much been like that.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, there's one thing to be said for actually asserting wall pressure and having them by the wall, but it's also the knowledge of walls, right? It's knowing if I get this launch, they're going to be here. That also has an impact in neutral, because it's also about what I need to get him there. It's not just about what happens when you're there, right? And so you see these windy haymakers coming out, get reckless hop kicks because it's worth it. If I get it, if I get this, he's done. Here we go, round one.
Alright, starting with a little poke and feeling each other out. Oh, go for the down forward 2. Gets caught with the 1+2. This move is amazing. I love seeing people use this move because it's hard to get away from it.
Really is. It looks like it's got no range, but it just catches people.
It really does. The power crush.
Power crush.
1+2 is so good. It is amazing. It's like Elisa's back forward 2 in my opinion.
Yeah, it's high, but it does everything it needs to do. It's fast, it power crushes, it wall bounces, like it's just great.
It does everything it needs to. And Fergus with that crazy block. Power crush again.
Oh my gosh, the damage is ridiculous right now. Okay, this is a start. Oh no, it doesn't get the 3 hit. Needed that damage by the wall. Guaranteed. Yeah, it goes mid. No back 2-4 this time.
That a quick 2 for Fergus. Tries to convert off of that forward 4.
Yep.
A little hard to do, but Fergus being the Oscar pro there. Knows it all.
Indeed.
Knows it all. Let's see what Alejandro can do to come back here and catches him. 7 again, using the forward 4.
Yeah, after the 4, he tried to step around. Nowhere to go, though. Access denied. Oh, what? 1+2 after a block jab? What a read. So gutsy. And just like that, 3 straight rounds, man. Fergus not messing about here in upper bracket finals.
Yeah, not at all. Like he, I think one of the very strong things about Alejandro is his movement, but that is where Fergus is literally denying him.
Wow.
That forward 4 twice was a call out. Those 1+2s were also a call out. It helps deal with movement, and that's what happened. Whether you're going backwards or left to right, that 1+2, Fergus definitely catching on how Alejandro likes to maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, if you block your opponent's jab and answer with 1+2, you're in his head. Like, and you manage to get that to work for the game? Nah, you're in his head. You're in his head, living rent-free with your feet on the couch, saying some stuff that I heard Rick James say one time. I can't say it. But you're literally in his head, rent-free on the couch. Like that's what that is at that point. So great stuff. 3-0 for Fergus. That is just insane. Alejandro definitely thinking about what he needs to change. It started out well, started out quite even, but once Fergus got going, it was just this unstoppable locomotive, right? So yeah, this is definitely some homework now in the middle of the loading screen for Alejandro before the match gets underway.
Yeah, I think in terms of pressure, Alejandro is going to have to assert himself a lot more at a closer range, like I always talk about. But I think sometimes, especially maybe using some more of those stances as well from Leo too, and even like the back stay that he was doing in earlier matches will be huge here. I think maybe he's a little timid, a little hesitant, but I think this will be a great place to do it. It might even help deal with the 1+2, which Fergus is hitting.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know what's interesting, and also for Fergus, he looks really souped up this tournament. I wonder if the Jun trailer has hyped him up and given him more inspiration for Tekken. Like maybe he's just more on Tekken now because he's been boosted up by this trailer that came out, you know?
I can believe it.
Look at the performance. Yeah, look at the performance. Look, he's just all over the opponents now. It's like
he's like, I'm ready.
Yeah, give me Jun now. I'm ready for Tekken 8. Let's go.
Like, look at that. Like, if she has
everything's working.
That's gonna be crazy.
15 seconds off the clock. He hasn't even been hit yet.
And he has the wall positioning too.
Oh, I got jabbed in the face.
I was like, he had the right idea, but gets the down 1 counter hit. Well, that was going to be a reset, I believe.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see. Interrupts. So anybody's round. Upward. What? I don't know what.
What? Okay, whatever works.
Beautiful step by Fergus into the forward two. We're going to the wall. It's this nasty combo, forcing Alejandro into a mix. What's his response?
Okay, gets the hell sweep. Tries to follow up with the 4-4-3. That does that time. Gets the scoop off the ground while standing 2. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that had some
Alejandro
range.
needs this.
Yep.
It does have a lot of range.
Isn't it? Full crouch down for 2, nice. Oh no, went for the counter, and that's the thing with those counters, they can be risky. You know, it can be all or nothing, and that literally was nothing, cost him the whole round. Damn.
That one was, I'm so like, whoa.
He needed that, man, he needed that.
Yeah, 1+2 was perfectly placed. Alejandro can still do this, but we'll have to do a lot of work. Oh, but the backsway worked, but it's just
Ooh.
dangerous, scary. Fergus sitting on 2 rounds. The second game. Gonna play a lot slower and a lot closer. There it is.
Ooh. Oh man, couldn't follow up with the jab.
Catches him. Stepping. Tries to go for the mix-up. Oh, that Ryan, that 1+2. It's the forward 2.
Ooh.
KO.
Oh man, 2-0. That is crazy. No round brown. Porkchop would be proud right now. This is absolutely insane. 2-0, just like that. So, while we're in this little intermission, question for you. Bandai Namco sends you an email, and the email says that you're allowed to choose one character to be in Tekken 8. It can be a new character from any movie, magazine, comic, TV show. Who you picking?
Leon S. Kennedy.
Wow, that was quick. That was quick. That was a record timing. She said Leon S. Kennedy with that silk smooth voice he's got, with those dulcet tones that guy be spitting with. That guy is hype, man. I watched the show, the 4-part show on Netflix. That Leon is hype, bro. He is sick. But Leon S. Kennedy, interesting choice. Interesting choice. I think he'd fit in. I think he'd fit right in.
I think so too. I do enjoy that. You know, he does straight up combat, right? Like, I think his style could easily work for Tekken. Even stances with the knife, the suplex, melee. I just, it would be a great way to merge more Capcom stuff into Tekken, just like they did with Akuma. Just a thought.
Yeah, no, that's not a bad look. I've never heard anyone say that, but I've never heard anyone say Leon SK, but that's not a bad pick, because he's kind of got the personality where he will fit in as well. You know what I'm saying? He's got that character. I think you could flex on some Tekken characters. You got that vibe. Like, I think you can flex. So I don't know what his moveset would look like, but yeah, that would be cool, man. That would be interesting. So, Leon S. Kennedy, guys, what do you think about that in the chat? What would you have? We've got some guys in the chat. Dr. Manhattan, Solid Snake, King Kong. Lots of interesting ones in the chat as well.
So,
that would be sick, innit? Yeah. So, game number 3 teeing up here. Is Alejandro going to make a comeback, or are we going to see Fergus just take it with a 3-0 whitewash?
What do you think Alejandro needs to...
Tricky. Yeah, he needs to pick up the pace. I mean, he's got to not run into the stuff. But I was going to say, maybe a slightly slower game plan. I think he's just...
There it is!
That was beautiful. All in the side. All in the side that time. Guaranteed.
The punish? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Fergus's rate of hitting 1+2 has just been so great. His timing on it is beautiful. Alejandro is picking up the pace, but still seems a little timid in this fight.
I mean, oh my days, giving him concussion fever there. The thing is about running into your opponent is you're always there. You're always there, right? How do you get shot? Get in front of the barrel, right? How do you not get shot? Stay away from the barrel, right? But if you're always there, if whatever you're going to do doesn't work, you're getting hit. And that's the problem with not backing up for space, not creating an area for him to whiff, So, nice chicken. Oh, let's go. Oh, no. Don't tell me that's going to be it. I feel like if you get a chicken, you deserve the round. Ah, denied. I feel like a chicken should just be around. It should just take the whole bar. It's so good.
We never
All right, so potential set point here. Oh, nice counter. Potential set point for Fergus 2K8 to go into the grand finals, man.
Hey, Fergus literally caught Alejandro's dash in with 1+2. Like you said, you come in, you're getting caught, the barrel's right there.
Yeah. Down 2.
And the whip on it.
And the wall bounce, and that's going to be it. That is all she wrote. Wait a minute. Was that 3 no round browns?
Was it?
Oh my God, I don't know. I can't remember if he got around in the first game. I know those last two were 2 no-round rounds, but maybe the stream chat. But I think we may have seen. Hang on a minute. Maybe we can back up there. But I think the first game he got around. I think he did get.
I
no,
think
you
so.
know what?
Maybe.
Wait, hang on a second. I don't think he got around.
Was that like?
I don't think he got around. Yo, guys in the stream chat. I think this is a triple. I don't think I've ever seen it before, but I think this is a triple no-round brown here on Fight Nights at PlayStation tournaments, which is insane. And it just goes to show you how solid Fergus is performing right now. He's not even giving up rounds. Yo, we need to stop these trailers coming out on the same day of tournaments. It's not fair. It's not fair on the other guys. He's watching the trailer in between the rounds. I'm convinced. He's pausing the trailer, playing around, winning that. Then I'm pausing the trailer, watching it. Then and he's got a third monitor where he's clipping stuff, and he's doing like a YouTube review. Then he's going back to the No, Fergus, stop it. Naughty stuff.
Motivation.
Naughty.
Like, okay, June's coming out. Okay, yeah, okay.
Oh, she's got the same moves. All right, let me run this tech. Yeah, no, it's not fair. It's not fair. Stop cheating. Stop cheating, Fergus. Stop watching the trailer. It's not allowed. What did you think of the trailer? I thought it was pretty hype.
I loved it. Wow. For a kid who's come and gone so much in the series, everybody's been like, yo, where's my girl? When's she coming back? Then for her, and everybody called it. I've been seeing it all over Tekken.
How does everyone know? Yeah, I saw that. Everyone's got the scoop. Everyone was like, yeah, Jun's next. Yeah. There's like 50 characters in Tekken lore. How did everyone know Jun was the next one? Like,
because the roster that they announced already, and so I guess maybe they assumed based on that, which makes sense. I love how she looked because she also seemed to have like the unknown moves, but as light,
Yeah, I saw a bit of that. They kind of merged her a little bit. I saw because with the Jack 8, they merged like a bit of Gigas in Jack 8 as well. Did. Yeah, so I think they did that with Jun as well. No, nice touches, man. I like what they're doing, man. I like what they're doing with the game. I really like what they're doing. So let's go over to the bracket. Check out what's going on in here. Upper bracket final was a complete massacre. Fergus 2K8, man, 3-0, 9 rounds straight stomp to put himself in the seat of the grand finals on the winner's side. That is big. Whoever gets to him in grand finals is going to need to beat him 2 sets of best of 5. That's not easy. That's not easy.
Yeah,
so
Fergus, you are gonna have to climb a massive hill. But
oh my gosh!
Like you said earlier, if you are on the winner's side and you're in grand finals, you're sitting pretty. That's where you want to be. Compared to the person on the loser side, where they have to come back sick, and you could be burnt and spent by that point.
Yeah. Yo, hold on just a minute. DVP over K-Top and Dritan over Bode means that we're going to have Germany versus Germany here in the lower bracket semis. This is big.
Region kill.
This is big. You know what I'm saying? That the region kill, that team kill, someone ain't getting their donor tonight. I know that, way. And then the winner of that is going to take on Alejandro Tekken. Don't mess about with German doner kebabs. They're S tier, Well, I didn't know about doner kebab till I came to Germany. They're ridiculous. What? Get that Schafskäse in there, that goat cheese? No.
Wait, donut kebab?
Doner kebab, yeah. The donors in Germany are ridiculous. The donors in the doner kebabs in Germany are so ridiculous. They put goat's cheese in the food. The goat is literally in the food. That's how sick it is. There's a goat in there. That's what that tells you everything you need to know. Schafskäse, well, it's sheep's cheese really, but we just call it goat cheese anyway. All right, so look, Dritan Rama versus DBP, and then the winner of that is going to move on to face Alejandro Tekken, and then the winner of that is going to, after Fergus has finished his, I don't know, man, his finest Cuban or whatever he's doing, having his caviar while he's waiting for the opponent, you know what I'm saying, is going to be ready to take on the winner of that match. But yeah, all the matches so far have been really, really awesome, man. Super, super sick stuff. And but that's what our top 8 looks like. So really sick, man. Whoa, this has just been exciting. So many just unexpected results, not in terms of who won or lost, but just what happened in the sets. Like some really tight games, then some crazy blowouts, So it's kind of at each end of the spectrum.
Yeah, it's but also with the 3-0, like you said, the blowout. I feel like Alejandro got started really late because he was starting to get a bit more comfortable in the last game. But then Fergus, just showing that experience, the tournament experience, time and time again, years of it.
Yeah.
Just completely, just the whip punishes, staying outside of range, always having a button
So
on
ready.
ready every time. And I noticed a few times that if Fergus maybe did something, or if Alejandro might tried to press, Fergus always had to interrupt a 1+2, or even one time a down forward 2. Always ready. So hopefully we get to see maybe Alejandro get the run back with a bit more perspective now.
Yeah. I haven't really seen Fergus challenged in a little while. Like in a few of these tournaments, like the Evo one that he won, the one after that he was in, and then in this one, he kind of hasn't really looked. I mean, I know he's lost a couple games here and there. I think in the first round he lost a game, but it's like he's all right though. It's like it's comfortable. Like you can tell he's still in his stride. He's not flustered. He's not frustrated. He's like, okay, so he's doing that. I got this now, and then he'll win. And then you know what I'm saying. And so I haven't really seen him properly challenged in a long time. And I think that's going to be the effort that's needed here from whoever gets to face him in grand finals. Going to need to be able to challenge him and put him under some real pressure for once.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the more space that people give Fergus and the more range they give him to work around, like, his gameplay, it makes it so much harder, I think. So playing close, applying pressure, I think one of the most successful people in challenging Fergus was Bode. Honestly, I truly think, and Pika even in certain situations, because they did challenge him, they did step him.
Yes.
Like you can't just let somebody run the momentum the entire time. You have to.
No.
You said maybe they're afraid of the pressure of the parry, but even then he doesn't just do it to do it. And then the one time we saw it was like, or against it was a chicken. You know what I mean?
Still didn't get the round. Yeah, no. Interesting. Yeah, I think that should get developed because chicken has been about since Tekken 3. Yeah, I remember Tekken 2 came out, and then Tekken 3 is like, oh, you got like these counters now. You can do these counters all the time, and then it was like you can counter the counter. It's like, what? That's new.
Another
Couldn't do that in Tekken 2. So yeah, so I feel like they should keep that going. Like maybe you have to guess. Like if they do forward 1+3, you have to counter that chicken with forward 1+3 yourself. If they do forward 2+4, you have to counter their chicken with your forward 2+4. Like they should like develop that because that's such a sick system. That's not really in any game where they do a counter to parry your thing, and you have the opportunity to counter their counter, stop them grabbing your move, and get extra damage off them. I really like that concept. It just opens up a door for new tech and new ideas, and they could really develop that into, like, when you do the chicken with King, it should grab them. You should get a lock now into some kind of multi-throw or something where it's just more interesting. Like, so yeah, because they've got that in other situations. If you get an ultimate tackle with King or Paul or Nina, they now get the opportunity to turn it into kind of UFC multi-grab ground game because they're those types of characters. The archetype is like supported. And I think in these other situations, the archetype should follow suit as well. So for chickens, that should have that as well.
I think that'd be a great layer to add to the game. I'm all about Tekken and strategies. It's always compared to chess, and I think that would just be another layer to make it even more that way. Are we going to the... Which match for us will be next? Are we going to the loser side? Are we going to the...
So we're going to, loser semis because Alejandro Tekken needs an opponent, and then Fergus does too. So, yep.
Perfect. So it would be... All right. Awesome.
Germany versus Germany. You know, it's like... Yeah.
Rama versus DBP. So tell me, how do you feel this match is going to go, given that you know these players' play styles so much?
I like DBP for the start, like starting strong, aggressive, maybe getting game 1, maybe 2. Oh no, it's only best of 3 in it. All right, so maybe like first two rounds, DBP getting them, then Dritan come back 2 rounds, and then I don't know what's gonna happen 5th round, but I kind of see that happening. And then ultimately for the set, I think it will be really close. I would like to see Dritan take it because we haven't really seen Dritan in a minute, and I think he's playing really well this tournament. So I would like that to happen, but DBP is no easy customer.
No, not at all. So, it's going to be one of those, yet again, it's a massive clash in play styles. I think Dritan gets a little more patient towards the end, where DBP would probably maybe ultimately turn it up all the way, turn the fire all the way up on the stove. The wave dash pressure, the hell sweep. I mean, that's where Bob is the best. But I feel like it's going to be like offense versus super defensive in certain situations, and it's just about who's going to make the right read. Because I mean, Dritan's been really good with playing outside of range with those
definitely.
scores, right? You have to with Law. It's super important. But then I think about the fact that if Dritan tries to press the situation, DBP will have the counter hit down forward 2, the crouch dash 1, the weird hop kick, the new addition to the to his move set. So I think this is going to be close in certain situations, but it's going to be who makes the best decision. I've said that a few times, but it's just because the skill is so.
I mean, that's Tekken. Yeah, that's Tekken. Once you know everything, it's about what happens in the moment. Sometimes you can have a plan, but it's like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Then after that, it's something different, isn't it?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I went to my first UFC fight, and I saw that. So everything was fine and good with the pressure until this particular fighter got punched in the face, and that whole game plan that they had when they weren't getting punched went out the window. They got taken. And literally, they had to try and fight out of submission, and it was ridiculous to see because it's the same concept.
I was when you got excited for a second, I was honestly waiting for, it's so funny you say that because I punched this guy in the line. He tried to cut in front of me. Like, I was waiting for some story, like.
I've been learning combinations, but from my friends. But I would never use this newfound power and strength to challenge somebody in the supermarket.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything on the stream. Anything you say can be held against you in a court of law. I'd be really careful right now what you talk. Yeah, I destroyed this guy. He tried to cut in the line in the supermarket, and I showed him who the boss was. He'll never do that again.
I have never, but I did learn that there was something about Tekken 8 did something they had some commercials for a UFC event, something like that. They're collaborating. Either way, I am so excited for that because my friend, one of my good friends, he told me about there's huge similarities in Tekken. So he was telling me different moves.
Interesting.
Like Brian's combos and Steve combos. And he bought me a pair of boxing gloves. So he's like,
nice.
He's like 1-2-1 or something like that. And I'm like, and then I'm doing it on the back. He's like, oh my God. He's like, that's the thing.
That's the one. Nice. Awesome. That's really cool. So we have a development, and we're not going to be having Dritan versus DBP. Dritan had to forfeit. Real life takes us by the reins many a time, and this is one of those times. So we won't be having Dritan Rama, unfortunately, in the losers semi match. It's going to be DBP who takes the default win and moves forward to face Alejandro Tekken. Big shout outs to Dritan for the effort anyway. Obviously, he was here to win, but if he couldn't play, we have to believe it was something important enough that he really had to step away. So big shout outs to Dritan, and I hope we'll be seeing him again soon in tournament action. But next up, it is going to be Alejandro Tekken versus DBP. And that's what it is, isn't it, Colorcore? Sometimes life just says, no, you're not going to be part of this tournament today. We have to do something else with you right now.
Yeah, I was like, dang, because I really wanted to see this kill, whatever's going to happen, because, they're both from Germany, right? And that would, I was super interested, but hopefully we get that next time. We're going to go to Alejandro Tekken.
Versus DBP. Yeah, which is also going to be super hype. But I know that Dritan's been hunting for some results in these tournaments. He hasn't been in many of the fight nights, and I know that this was, something that meant something to him. But we're currently waiting on players for the next match. We're waiting on the next match, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really good. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, whoever wins this set has to fight the locomotive, the unstoppable train that is Fergus. And we talked about, do you really want to be on the loser's side and have to go through that? And what will it take for you to get all the momentum to beat him? I mean, because I'm thinking we saw Alejandro play against Fergus, and that was a straight 3-0. And DBP and Fergus, they must have played before. I wonder how
definitely.
Those places clash.
I think they've even played in these tournaments of fight nights. I think they've even played, and it's one of those ones where my little one thinks that Fergus is going to destroy everyone and win the whole tournament, and she keeps reminding me. But anyway, and it's just he has been unstoppable. If I've ever seen him in tournaments these days, in these fight nights events, he's always up there and next to impossible to beat. So yeah, and it's also, I feel like people thrive in certain environments as well. Like, not because one's easier or harder, it's just there's a comfort level to it as well, you know. And I think sometimes online gameplay allows people to just zone out of having the crowd there or being on a stream set up on stage. And, you know, it's a different, you can exercise your style differently. And you get that with players that win equally offline and equally online. They'll have a different style when they play online. Even though they're really good offline and they win tournaments offline, well, you'll notice that when they play online, the way that they win, the form is different. The way that they play, where they pause, where they get aggressive, where they clutch, it's always very, very different. So it's always interesting to see.
Yeah, that's an interesting point because, yeah, online, offline, like the skill's there, right? But the approach is super different. And I mean, some of the factors can be the fact that there are people that maybe you're playing that maybe you haven't played before, and maybe there's players that you've played a lot before. Also, it's just the fact that there's nothing around you. It's really just you and the setup at home. And so all that's there is that straight line of focus and concentration. And I think that plays a huge role in what you choose to use and when. I think it changes the play styles completely. Because offline, you know, you're feeling the shaking of the stage. You're hearing people cheer in the back, and maybe not you. And that is a mental pressure that is added. Now, some of the best players in the world do not get fazed by that, but that doesn't mean that it's not there, right?
Sorry, yeah, just got confirmation that DVP hasn't played Fergus in bracket because they've avoided each other. They've avoided. I mean, well, it is what it is, right? You know, and they're both top players.
Yes.
So yeah, they've kind of tried to not have to play each other where possible. So yeah, I guess they haven't had that good set, that good best of three. But yeah. So up to this point, what would you say has been your most memorable match? Your most memorable Tekken set to date. It can be a match you won, it can be a match you lost, but your most memorable set to date where you kind of think back and like, man, that was a set. Whatever happened. But you know, what set comes to mind when you hear that question?
My most memorable Tekken set, like for me, or like of people I've watched?
No, of your own playing experience.
That's really hard. Oh man, where I was pushed to my limit. I was tested. I was put in it.
What match was that?
That's really hard. I gotta be honest with you, Ryan. I don't know because all of them seem that way. I know.
What match did you lose that you shouldn't have?
There
we go. We're getting somewhere now. What match did you lose and you know in your heart of hearts, damn, I should have won that. You've thought about that. You've thought about that at dinners. You've thought of that. You've lied on your pillow before bed and thought about, like, what match was it like, I had that. There's no way I should have lost that game. What game was that and what happened?
Oh, why are you doing this to me? Okay. Fine. I will entertain this.
Let's go.
I ended up getting the run back later, but he's such a difficult opponent. But I mean, Arson Ash, the first time I played him, after 3 years of playing him the first time. First time again, sorry. A combo breaker, it was a split-second decision. And the down, I went for something that I forgot what it was, but I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do it. And it was a pixel difference where if I would have blocked or like been patient, I would have had more advantage, but we had the same amount of health. And so that was something where I was like, he was just more patient than me and he got the clutch win, you know? And I don't know if I think I lay on my pillow, but I'm like, you know what? I pushed it. I went the distance, but that patience I would have just closed out and would have been a different position in the top 8.
You just reminded me of something, and I wish I hadn't asked you now because now I've thought of this situation, and it was also against Arson Ashford. I'm just like, damn, why'd I do that? And there was a scenario where it was 1-1, and I had 50-50 for the round, and I went mid, and if I'd done house sweep, I won the round, and it would have been final round, and I'm just always gutted when I remember that. It's like, why didn't I just do the freaking house sweep? I had the round, it was over. And if you look back, I go mid, he blocks it, he's got solid defense, right? And then it just was, oh man. But yeah, okay, I have to take that one on the chin. All right, here we go. It's going to be...
It's
Lower bracket finals here. Best of 5, guys. This is best of 5. DBP versus Alejandro Tekken. Fergus waiting in the wings. And we've got Hammerhead for the first stage.
man, I don't know how to call this one. I mean,
This is gonna be tough.
Alejandro has great defense. DP has amazing offense and placement of the counter hits. I just couldn't tell you. His crouch dash 1 with punishment is amazing. Like his placement is good. It knows his ranges. They both know their ranges at this point.
Really sick. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They're very precise. They're not going to give you many openings with punishes and that's not necessarily. So here we go. Oh, down one counter hit straight to that. Oh, no. Missed the combo.
Like crazy
Opens the
hot
door for
kick.
DBP.
Yeah, this person's about to get crazy.
Wow.
The
Puts him at the wall. Aggression here. Stuck in the corner. DBP's got nowhere to go.
Okay. Oh, but he realigned himself.
That was smart. Oh, no. Didn't continue the string. All right. Gets it anyway. First round, Alejandro.
Fight.
Okay. Feeling each other out. Definitely
Nice house sweep.
combo, maybe, or some sort of follow-up after that.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
On the block.
So nice. Oh man, off axis couldn't get a good combo.
String. And the fact that they both have this beautiful, like, just hop kick. Like, the hop kick that can do no wrong. Their hop kick, I mean, not hop kick, the hell sweep that can do no wrong.
Ah, the house sweep. Yeah, both of them, right? Definitely.
Yeah. The
Oh, man, crush, that's
what we're
one.
talking about.
In the middle of the string. Yeah, exactly. And they're not afraid to do it either, are they?
No.
Oh my gosh, getting punished for it though.
Perfect.
It's the perfect. The 7 golden letters.
Round 4.
Sick stuff. DBP looking good.
Oh,
Wow.
and the bait into the hop.
In it. Set him up for that nicely by reeled him in.
Gets the hell sweep again. He is smelling blood.
Oh my word. This is not looking good. Alejandro needs to find a good opening here, but there's another crash. That's one that he wasn't looking for, and that is going to be the game.
Called it. He called out Alejandro advancing forward. Does the crouch dash 1. Like, it was what I was talking about with the way that he's able to place it so well. It has range too. And as a Bob player, you have to know your ranges. As a Machina player, you have to know your ranges. Like, and how to
100%.
So the fact that DVP is not afraid to throw it out, Alejandro really wasn't going for too many things that would go underneath, like, you know, or go forward anything. So
Yeah.
he felt super comfortable in going for it, and it paid off in the first game.
Really did. It's just crazy how accurate they were as well. The first game started out quite aggressive for Alejandro. I thought he was going to take it because, you know, it looked like one of those rounds that he's just going to start strong, steamroll. He had all the counters. He had the positioning, right? He had like DVP against the wall, and DVP was smartly trying to get out, you know, sidestepping, so he managed to wriggle his way out the corner and get the round. No, he didn't get that round, but he managed to get out the pressure, and then after he lost that round, he kind of turned up the heat a little bit. But yeah, really, really interesting set so far.
Yeah, it's very interesting because in two situations, DVP had massive reads on a hell sweep. Alejandro was doing so good with applying the pressure, and then when he went for that hell sweep, it cost him 2 times. One with the normal launch, right, 2, and one with the delayed hop. You know, when you get delayed hop, you're a massive call out. So it's like we talked about with you know, when you could have had that round. And
It's exactly that. We transition from that real life experience into literally a hell sweep problem in the game. And it's one of those scenarios where mentally you don't want to be broken by one defeat, right? If they block your move once, you don't want to be told you can't do it again mentally. You want to show that it's still active, it's still in your options, it's still part of the repertoire. But then when you do it twice, and then it gets defeated again, this time, delayed hop kick, max damage at the wall, putting you under pressure. Now you're eating Oki, now you've lost the round. Like, it's hard to then still say, right, I'm going to still commit to this move, you know? So yeah, the pressure is on for Alejandro, man. Sticking with the Leo, he's going back in. It's going to be game 2 momentarily. DBP swinging around with all the momentum at this point. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I really do feel like Alejandro playing a lot closer yet again will be the answer to make it more aggressive to stop DVP's momentum. Oh,
Indeed.
And beautiful punish, by the way. That was.
It was big. Back 2-3. Ooh.
Oh,
There's the house sweep. Oh my gosh. Right on cue. These house sweeps are losing these guys rounds.
He's like, I've got to answer of my own to that. And the block is down.
Oh, twice in one round. What is going on? It's like they're listening to us. And then oh my gosh, adding insult to injury with his own house.
Fight.
Yeah, like you said, adding insult to injury. You adding his own house sweep to the mix.
It's like, yo, I got one of those too. Check this out. How you like my size 9s? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Oh, okay. Oh, Magic 4. And he gets good on the combo here.
Beautiful combo. And what we got on the
life, man. The life is crazy. Oh, the down 4-2.
Oh, no.
The end of it. Wait a second.
That was so unfortunate. What was that?
Mad, yeah. What? Why was that off axis? Oh, man.
And the down 4-2 is coming in. So you got a crouch dash one. I got a down 4-2 for you.
Those walls be saving lives all the time.
For real? Good angle, too.
Okay.
Oh, almost at the wall.
Almost, yeah. Oh, there you go. That's that one.
Oh, gotta stay outside of range for the get up kick.
Ooh. Oh, there we go. This time he gets it. The down 4.
A little bit the last time, too.
Yeah. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah. Alejandro looking a lot more present in this game, but DBP still just using all this momentum to keep the pressure. Oh!
Wow, jumps back out of the house. He's like, no, I've had enough of those. Oh, goes low.
I'm loving this pressure by DBP, but Alejandro's still trying to stay super defensive.
Oh, wow.
Finds them shoes.
Yep. Ooh, okay. I like these vibes. Let's go. Oh, and it's all over. We had the little stink. Spoiler alert. And yeah, there we go. 2-0 for DBP. Alejandro put up a better fight that game. Definitely a better fight. But man, it just looks like it's too much. There's just too much going on.
Yeah, I think you're onto something here with that. There's a lot going on. And if maybe in some way Alejandro's a little overwhelmed by certain play styles. Like, I think about the Fergus fight. I think about the DBP fight. DBP and Fergus were very comfortable and are very comfortable in asserting their play style versus Alejandro. It doesn't seem like it takes them a bit longer to get started against some of these players. They are very okay with sticking to the game plan. They're constantly adjusting. They're constantly moving. They're not playing into Alejandro's.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think Alejandro, no, you're absolutely on point. And I think Alejandro's trying to play that close combat game to get what he wants to started. But DBP is too good at that up close game. And I think for DBP, you need to play a more spaced. I don't know. You know, it could be maybe something that he's comfortable with the Leo matchup in, but maybe a more spaced game where you kind of allow room for errors to open up, you know, because if you're always up close, there's only a finite number of things that can happen, right? And if you kind of open that up more with space, utilizing the stage and the terrain a little bit more, it can really change things, you know? So it might be one of those ones where you kind of look back in your research when you're looking at VODs where you lost and you're like, I could do this differently next time, you know? And it's great because it's all a learning curve for us all, you know? So, but let's see, it's not over yet. It is 2-0. DBP is one match away from meeting Fergus in the grand finals, but Alejandro definitely wants to tie this one up and go the distance. So let's see what he can change here on Mishima building. This is going to be tense.
It is. I do feel like Alejandro's playing a bit at a turtle's pace. And I think being a bit faster, using a bit more of the one jab pressure could be a great way to come in. Like 1-1, 1-4, like those things we talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
Slow it down, right? Make him dance to your beat, you know? Yeah, exactly. Give him another rhythm to think about. You know, I totally agree. And he's just not caring right now. He's going for big, windy haymakers here and getting all kinds of crazy damage going on.
I like DBP's placement. Like so much of his placement. Oh my God, and the block.
Commentators curse. Because you're like, yeah, the placement's amazing. This is like perfectly blocked house sweep.
I was like, oh man.
but you're right though. But he has had really sick placement. You're absolutely right with that.
Yeah, this is the rage drive. Oh, gotta guess.
The favor. Oh, the down 4
Slows
again.
it down right where he wants to close it out too. Doesn't go for, a heavy low, but goes for a quicker one, and that's more safe too. Great way to close that out. That headbutt is putting it work. Oh, Alejandro tries to go for the back tech. But DVP had time to duck.
Over at the wall now, down 3-4. Yep.
This is looking very concerning.
Man. One round away, DBP. I think Fergus has already got Bob in training mode. He's getting ready.
DVP's like, okay.
Getting ready.
He's like, I'm ready for Fergus. Fergus is like, I'm going to train for
happening. Oh, man. Oh, that was big. He needed that. Alejandro now dropping opportunities. Down 2, trying to get something started here. Everything's falling apart. Final round to get something started now. Alejandro.
It just still feels like Alejandro is kind of focusing too much on blocking and defending than asserting his own play style. You know, see what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
He's having a hard time.
Yeah, I think that he's had a lot of pressure and he's kind of, maybe as a part of the mindset, put himself into a position where he's just on defense now. Yes. So he's not comfortable going for anything on offense until he blocks something of significant value, like a hell sweep. Now I got my punish, now I start. He wasn't really that interested in trying to find the interruption, so to speak. So that's it. All done and dusted. DBP with a dominant edge over Alejandro Tekken here in the lower bracket final, the losers final. And with that performance, he definitely qualifies for the grand final to face Fergus from the losers side. So yeah, great performance there. I think both of those matches, right? Fergus winning his 1-3-0 for grand finals, and now DBP. And didn't I mention earlier that DBP is great at lower bracket runs? Remember I said that in the beginning? We might see him later on.
You did.
And here he is, grand finals, like clockwork, and he's going to be taking on Fergus. So this is a great one. This is going to be, I smell a bracket reset. What do you guys think in the chat? Are we going to get a bracket reset? Type BR if you think we're going to get a bracket reset, and don't type anything if we're not going to get one. Don't even bother wasting your time. But yeah, what do you think, Cuddle? How do you feel about this grand finals coming up?
I think
interesting one, right?
It's going to be very interesting. Fergus is going to be aware of those ranges at which he can advance and when he can't. That crouch dash one is one of DDP's massive strengths in terms of placement.
Yeah.
Down forward two as well. Fergus has been really good this entire tournament of staying outside of range of the things that can catch him coming in. So he's going to be methodical in how he approaches and at what range. Because I think Asuka does have the tools to deal with Bob at a further range. Her forward 1+2, her forward 2, her forward 4 as well. So those are a few things. I think those moves are going to have interesting interactions versus Bob, but it's gonna take some work, I think, for PvP to slow down Fergus, because I think Fergus is really good at being defensive, but using actual moves to be defensive, not just blocking. That's the difference. I think a lot of people get the notion that defense is just blocking and moving. But sometimes defense is placing a button because you have a read on timing. Defense is not just movement or blocking, it's placement of moves too. So I think Fergus is going to be using that as an answer to DVP's offense. So DVP is going to have to really mix up his timing.
Yeah, and I think Asuka, she's so evasive as well, right? She has like 50 moves to counter hit you with. They're all good. Exactly. They're all good. They're all safe on block. They all land big combos. It's like crazy. And I just think if you want to approach a character like that, like, with like a Bob, or you're going to do a crouch dash 1 or a wave dash or a hell sweep, like you're thinking about so many other things that could go wrong. It's quite hard to line her up in a position where you can place something safely without the risk of her doing like a back 3 or a magic 4 or an up forward 3 or a side step 4 or a forward 4 or a 1+2 or a down 1+2. It's like 50 million moves that just counter hit you. They're all safe on block. They will net her massive damage. So it's something you need to think about. Fergus is on point. He's not going to miss these opportunities. DVP has to be aware of what's on the table here. What the risk factors are, and I know he is. So just saying though that there's a lot to think about, and I think he's going to have to be quite careful or quite cunning about how he approaches Asuka, because Fergus is very sure of himself. He knows what he's coming to do to you, and he gets it done. So you need to have a very solid defense and a confident counter game of your own. And I don't mean counter hits, I just mean to counter the mentality of what's coming towards you.
Yeah, like you said, countering what's coming towards you is going to be very important. But always changing it up. It up will help so much. And I think even sometimes, even when, like, DVP is so good at the wall, that's where he, I think, shines as well. But I think even sometimes just waiting, delaying what you'll do, because Fergus, will be ready to kind of wiggle off the wall, maybe another move, maybe use a 1+2. I think that 1+2 is going to come in huge here.
Massive, yeah, that's massive. That can hit out of wave dash as well. Like they're coming in with like a hell sweep that can counter hit you out of that. Like that beats so many things, and it's safe as well. It's safe on block, so it's worth doing. It's a good go-to thing for Fergus if he smells approaches or wave dash or anything like that. So, guys, here we go. This is the PlayStation Tournament's Fight Night Invitational for Europe. And the top 8 has whittled down to these two chaps right here. Fergus, 2K8 from Ireland, DBP from Germany. And these two are going to start here with a best of 5. Fergus in winners, DBP on the losers side. Let's get hype, people. This is going to be...
Yeah, let's see. Will we get this reset?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I was kind of confident before. I'm not sure anymore. Confidence is waiting.
We talked about everything.
Last step 2 gets
Let's
clipped.
see. Totally possible. This is Tekken.
Fergus is... Ooh!
Oh my gosh.
Fergus is going to be feeling out the space there, seeing what's on the table for damage. Okay, gets the low. Oh, tries to captain step in.
Oh my goodness, it happened again.
Evasive movements. Oh, and the counter hit.
Back 4. To the wall.
One of the ones I didn't mention, just showing how many she has. Oh.
Yeah, like you named all of them, and I'm like, oh, in the back and the hell sweep. Okay, let's see what he does. Right. That was amazing.
Oh, are you serious?
Let's stop.
How you're going on? Wow.
First round? Stop it?
What, first round? You brought the kitchen sink? Really? Like, okay.
That was the entire sink, Ryan. I don't even that was insane.
That was tornado effect. He just threw the house on him. Man. Okay. Let's go. But this is, I think he needs something like that. I think he needs something to illustrate the confidence, to kind of give Fergus something to think about here.
That pressure, right? We staying out of it. Like the lane. Well, but the upward 3, like you said, being careful of those tools, right?
Gotta be throwing out all those tools, man. Give them all up. Give them all up. Yep. That as well. Forward 2 follow up.
I like that DBP is challenging, though. That challenge, though, is super important to show that confidence.
Yeah.
I like that he's waiting.
Oh, wow.
After
nice
doing a certain move, even once he hits Fergus, he's patient. He's way outside of range. Yep.
Yeah. He's in a really good space right now to just counter hit and whiff punish.
Perfect.
Yeah, and that was a great round. Solid counter hit and then a great whiff punish with the crouch dash 1. Definitely.
Great round indeed, Ryan. A great round indeed.
I think Fergus needs to watch the trailer again.
Gotta get that power up. You see this pressure, right?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
No way. This is a... Wow.
2 of them, Ryan. 2 of them.
Oh my, that was pulverizing. Wow. Yeah, Fergus needs to watch the trailer a couple more times for game 2. He needs to just get that Jun juice flowing in his veins. So look, I think we are very far. DBP is a long way away from celebration, right? That was a good game 1, yes, but let's be realistic. He's on the loser side of grand final. He still needs another 2 of those bad boys to reset the bracket. So yes, great start. A little bit of momentum built for him. He did manage to stay at a great space that you pointed out, where it was like great for choosing interruptions if you wanted to, but also backing up for a little bit of extra space to get the whiff punish, which he also did, right? So definitely that's going to be quite difficult for Fergus to deal with, not because of that as a tactic, but just because it really messes with the ranges for a character like Asuka, because Asuka has like really short range moves and kind of relatively long range moves that are usually slower, right? Forward 4, forward 2, upward 3, and they have their own individual risks as well. So yeah, it's interesting now. I'm not sure what he's going to deploy this game, but that was definitely something interesting against the Fergus style that we've seen be so dominant all the way through the tournament.
Yeah, you're right, because I mean, like you said, Asuka has moves that are short range and some that are a little bit longer, but they're definitely that they do, depending on the move, can put her at risk if she whiffs, and a character with good range is kind of hovering outside of it. They can like DB. He kind of moved in, out. You notice he was manipulating his movement to kind of see if Fergus was going to do something, then would commit. So in this
great
case,
reactions.
Fergus is gonna, exactly, very great reactions. So right now it's going to be, I think for Fergus, it's going to be maybe about maybe playing a teensy bit closer, maybe and having a bit more counter hits to answer for the challenging that DBP is doing. Maybe a 4-3 because it did hit.
All right, let's see now. Jostling for power in the beginning here. +2, he finally gets him. And why not, right? It's safe on block. Might as well go for it again.
You said it's worth the risk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Punished by DBP. Weird trade. Look at the kick and the block.
KO.
These guys are so good at blocking hell sweeps, like all of them.
They're so good.
Like all of them.
Good at it.
Oh
Gets the backboard counter hit. Here we go. And playing closer to slow down DBP's offense. One of his massive strengths.
Definitely, indeed. Nicely done. Taken half bar already, making him face the wall. But there's a great low parry from DBP back in the action here. Follows up with a wall combo, added pressure here. Down 3+4. Yep. What's it going to be? What's on the menu? Oh, goes mid.
They're built different, Ryan. I don't know, man. Like the block of the hell sweep and the low parry. What y'all eating for breakfast?
Oh my gosh. Whatever his doctor's prescribing him, I need some today.
Yeah, look at the
Counter hit. That's going to be it. That is going to be it. Straight into the rage drive. No messing about. No funny business.
I'm loving this energy.
So sick. I think this is stage. It's the drums, man. It just puts that in your body. It just puts that excitement in your bones.
Yeah, you know, a good soundtrack will really keep you hyped and finishes the sprint. Here's what I'm talking about.
Oh my
Really
gosh.
beautiful by DVP. This losing record run looking real strong. Oh, okay.
It's a turnaround.
And the one with Fergus.
KO.
I like his patience on that one. He waited.
Yep.
Fight.
Sounding up close does not get fully hit by the game. Love it.
Ooh. Oh, nice counter. Oh, what? How did that go under the mid? That looked crazy.
I think he like woke up, and because he was like kind of crouching still, the hop kick was able to crush kind of.
Yeah, that was insane.
Belly
Right.
pull? This is insane. What a great
Trade.
round.
It's the rage art trade.
Okay.
Oh.
He was looking for the low, and I think he maybe was even looking for the down 1+2. So Fergus, in many a situation, has mixed it up where he'll like kind of dash forward and then kind of manipulate his movement, then do down forward 3. That
Yeah.
actually hit DVP. What a great way to adapt in the second game.
Really, really sick from Fergus there. You could see him, the lights were switched on. He changed everything up after that first game, which was a complete blowout, right? And yeah, he really started mixing in different timings. More than anything else, there was a unique idea on spacing and timing. And I think that kind of confused DBP a little bit. And DBP wasn't able to play with that same level of confidence and commitment that he did in game 1. So yeah, great stuff. Great adaptation to Fergus moving forward here.
Yeah, amazing adaptation. But, you know, it's very expected, though, with players at this level adapting to each other. You know, we saw Fergus do really well and the DBP do really well, like super confident, like, because DBP took the first game and then
Right.
Fergus took the second one. So I reversed that. Sorry. So, yeah.
All good. No, I hear you. I'm with you. Yeah, it's true. Game 3 now, and this is big because essentially if Fergus takes this, he's 1 game away from taking the entire tournament. And if DBP wins this, then he's 1 game away from resetting the bracket, which is also big as well, right? So
Yeah.
both guys definitely want this particular game as a big one.
Yeah, this
Abandoned Temple, same stage again.
But the player does have the option to either A switch or B switch stage, correct?
Yes, indeed. I do think that they're doing all random. Because
Okay.
I've noticed I think even when they've lost, it's been random each time. So I think, because I've noticed some tournaments are like random every stage, like whatever happens. So
Just character at that point. Okay. Or
we
no,
go.
not character at all? Okay.
yeah, you can definitely change character if you lose though. But yeah. All right, so game 3, let's do it.
Notice that Fergus is stepping a bit too to
Oh
the
my
right.
gosh! Smack in the mouth, counter hit.
Box strings hurt so much.
They do. Oh, and there's a 4-2. Speaking of what hurts, look at that damage. Okay,
the wall.
finds the wall. Fergus, unblockable. Lands it nicely.
Beautiful block. Okay, DVP's gonna need something huge. He's gonna be super careful because Fergus is gonna have a keep out move.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
up over 3.
DBP did have access to rage drive there. He didn't get a chance to use it. Fergus on the money with the up forward 3 for the round.
Catching him moving a lot. That forward 4 is putting in a lot of work. Look at this back 4 pressure.
A complete onslaught here from Fergus, just keeping him pinned up against the wall with nowhere to go. And it looks like 7 golden right now.
Perfect.
And he gets it with the down 3.
Round 3.
Man, DBP hunting for that belly blast to get the wall splat, but access was denied there by Fergus. Great stuff.
Interrupts him with the down forward too. Fergus is looking unstoppable.
He's got his eye on the prize now, laser focused on the W at this point. 2 rounds up and over half bar gone. Not looking good for DBP.
I need something huge. We're talking wall combo, belly bump, the work.
Oh, and
right?
he's too smart. Doesn't get the full combo though, he's dropped it. He's opened the door for an opportunity now for DBP, but that's only momentarily because the close was right on cue there at the end. 3 straight rounds, man. Fergus looking unstoppable now, 2-1, and it's looking really, really rough at this point for DBP.
I think you watched. I think like you said, he watched the June trailer.
He went back. He went back. He's using the back arrow right now to skip some frames and go back to the combo he likes. And yeah, this is it, man. This is potentially tournament game if he can take this one with no reset. Man, that would be insane. No one has even challenged Fergus properly at this point. The most anyone's gotten off him is a single game here today.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going against somebody who just really is comfortable with the different ranges of their character, their keep out options, their offensive options, defensive options, just trust themselves and how they use their character. Even when the chips are down, they are some of the hardest people to beat because you can't close it out on them.
Yeah. And that's what you want. That's what DBP kind of wants here. He wants to make it uncomfortable for Fergus, you know, bring the game back into play, make it 2-2, get a bracket reset, and really try to leave Fergus with a little bit of confusion, you know, as to what went wrong, how to... Because it's one thing to be really close to winning, but it's another feeling when your opponent rips that away from you and resets everything. So if that can happen here for DBP, he may be in with a chance of taking the set. But here we go. It's going to be Arctic Snowfall. We have a stage change finally, and there are going to be no walls, which is big for these two characters.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned because DBP, I think, is very strong with walls, the way that he uses Bob's pressure. So I wonder how he's going to handle that here with not having this resource. It feels like Fergus is a little more comfortable with being in that situation, but DBP seems to get so much momentum when there's a wall.
Definitely, yeah, he gets a lot of momentum. No, you're absolutely right. A lot of momentum, a lot of damage comes from his wall pressure, right? So yeah, adapting to that's going to be key. I find that he likes to space a lot more without walls. He likes to play that distance match. So yeah, he's doing all right so far. Over half bar gone. Fergus unable to get anything going until that counter hit.
That 4-4 in the back four was a very good choice. I like that. That 1+2. They're about even on health now. Oh, it's the forward
Even
four.
Stevens. Oh no. Rage drive. Rage drive is available. Oh, he goes low.
Okay, here we go.
Rage art. Oh, or rage drive.
Who gets the booty?
First round for DBP. DBP, double booty pie. All right, so. Nicely done there. Good block on that.
Trying to stop him from stepping. The back two. Oh. Counter hit. Okay, what's the option? Okay, DBP's gonna need something. Well, Rage drive.
Looking for the opening. He's trying to find where the damage. Nice low parry. What a great read. He knew Fergus was looking for the close. There's a chance now. Does have Rage drive available. Goes mid this time.
Oh, I respect it though.
Tried to go low. Fergus sniffed it out and gets the punish. 1 round apiece now.
1-3. Oh man, he's trying to bait him, trying to get the down forward too. Needs to launch for the momentum, but Fergus is just iron wall of defense. The block again. They've been really good at blocking each other's lows.
And Fergus keeping it as unpredictable as possible with the array of moves he's using right now.
Truly, he doesn't want to overextend. He knows what that'll mean.
Yep.
This down
Especially
forward.
against DBP.
Yeah, he's gonna capitalize on it. That crouch dash one, all of it.
Wow.
4-4-2.
Absolutely slams the back three there. Looking for that down for 2 counter hit.
I like the movement on that. And no, what?
Oh man.
No way. That was huge. Not being able to get the
He
punish.
goes low. 7 seconds left. Oh, no, it's not over yet. Oh my gosh. Guess for the round. Oh, and he blocks it. Fergus with the D, with the defense of a lifetime, moves into tournament point here.
That was insane. And 0 seconds left, Ryan.
That was crazy. That was definitely guess for the round. And DBP, man, he's on the ropes. He's fighting for all he's worth. He's just eating a can kick. And this is going to be big damage now. Fergus looking good for the money here.
Still anybody's game, I believe. But Fergus is looking to close this out.
DBP needs this round, but he can't afford to get launched by anything else.
At all. Oh,
man.
Or
Could have been it.
okay,
Or two. Oh.
Fergus is not pressing on. He's not fighting. And
The back three. The back three takes it. And that is going to be it. Fergus, unstoppable throughout the entire top 8 bracket, wins the tournament without dropping an entire set, losing only 1 game to any of the opponents. No man could get even close to beating Fergus today, man. Crazy stuff. Congratulations. PlayStation Tournament's Fight Night Invitational champion for Europe is none other than the man from Ireland, Fergus 2K8.
that was
Awesome stuff.
so well played. It was a great grand final set, and Fergus just showing all those years of experience and just character know-how. It was beautiful watching him work, just showing why he's one of the best ever. And that was, like you said, he only lost like 1 game. Super dominant.
It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. I can't believe that he just went through everyone like a hot knife through butter, just really ran through the entire tournament. Insane. You can see the performance there. 2-1 over Pika, 2-1 over Bode. I mean, those sets were close, so it's not like anyone... So no one came close isn't fully accurate. Those two did come close.
Yes.
Then he was 3-0 over Alejandro Tekken. That definitely wasn't close. And then that grand finals, man, that 3-1. First game went DBP's way, all data collection, all info building. The fiber optic download was on deck already, and Fergus just went to work after that game 1, man. 3 straight, taking it, rocking the Aska all the way through the tournament. But let's just say a massive congratulations to all the top 8 guys here today. All performed phenomenally well, all top stellar European players. You know, it wouldn't be a surprise to see any of them in the grand finals, to be really honest with you. So that just goes to show you how close the level is today. But man of the hour, Fergus, here to say that it's not close today because it's his tournament. He's winning this. And he did exactly that. Really cool stuff. So guys, watching this, if you felt inspired, if you felt thrilled, if you're on the edge of your seats and you feel that you could topple any of these guys in the tournament and you want to be part of a event in the future, head on over to compete.playstation.com because there are a list of games ready for you to enter and be a part of the brackets in, because there's definitely a plethora of choices. Whatever your favorite genre is, there's something for you, whether it's sport, action, mobile, like there's all kinds of stuff over there. So head on over to compete.playstation.com.
And if you want to get involved with the community, meet like-minded people, train and get stronger, definitely join the Discord as well. Join the PlayStation Tournament Community Discord. You find regular updates on esports events, articles, videos, and meet with others to improve your game. So, you know, being a part of a community helps so much in getting better, learning more about the space that you're in. It's just a great way to bond with others. Definitely would recommend it. And just, you know, it's a great way to bond with people not even, you know, maybe they're not even in your region too. So you definitely would recommend joining the Discord for PlayStation Tournament for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's, you know, for me, it's definitely something growing up in the community that helped me, you know, where I thought I was alone. Then you go to like an arcade and you find other people that like the games that you like and you talk about it and you learn stuff and you teach each other stuff. And it becomes this very interesting connection of people that all have the same passion. So yeah, definitely jump into the Discord. And who knows, maybe someone you meet there will be the key to your progress on your favorite game. So who knows? Okay. Man, this has been epic. What a really awesome fight nights this has been. Super nail-biting action all the way through. Don't bite those nails though, they look yellow and prim. You want to keep those pristine. But yeah, it has been really cool all the way through. Thank you so much for joining on Commentary Cuddlecore. It's been sick having you on board. Super insightful commentary. I've seen a lot of people saying, man, Cuddlecore's commentary sick. So big shout outs to you. And congratulations on all your success as well. You know, you've been a stellar performer in Tekken, up until, well, this point, and obviously in the future as well. Are you frozen or am I frozen? I think
are you
frozen? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm like, where did you go? I was like, there's no way that someone can be that still for that long. There's no way. It's not possible. So if you didn't hear, I was saying how well, I was kind of giving you some flowers there, some virtual ones. Like, look, you've been really sick in the Tekken community. Everyone loves your presence. Everyone is really like kind of in awe of your performance because you've been so solid in your tournaments that you've been playing in. So yeah, just congratulations, and I'm really happy for all your success. It's great to have a queen like you in the Tekken community. It's beautiful. So definitely keep rocking, keep doing your thing. And I'm sure all your fans, friends, and family watching this will be nodding their heads in agreement, like, yeah, you tell her, because we all know it's true. So, and the other thing you missed is, yeah, people were really appreciating your commentary. They were saying how cool you are, how cool the commentary is, and really insightful, good energy. So take that, man. Take that under your wing of compliments, man. That's just something else to add there. So yeah, big shout outs to Cuddlecore. I'm sure everyone in the stream chat agrees. Can we get some Cuddlecores in the chat? Because yeah, she needs to know how awesome she is. I think she needs to know. But that's it from us here today, guys, at PlayStation Tournaments Fight Nights. Oh, sorry. Is there anything you wanted to say? So I just kind of let.
No,
Go ahead.
okay. So thank you so much for the very encouraging words. It was so thoughtful, and I'm just honored to be able to commentate alongside a legend. Those things matter a lot to me, and I learn a lot from people who've been in the scene a very long time, have the competitive record, the accomplishments, and also on commentary. Oh my goodness, following you alongside the commentary and the fights, I enjoyed that so much. I got a lot of insight from you as well, and I'm so grateful. I hope to get to do this with you again. And there's something else I was gonna say. No, I just thank you so much to every player who just put on an amazing show today. I love watching different regions of Tekken. That's how I grow as well, by watching others and how they approach playing the game. It motivates me and inspires me so much. So congratulations to everyone here in the top 8 today.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to follow Cuddlecore, at cuddle_core on Twitter. And of course, you see well, you don't need to follow me. I'm boring. Don't worry. I'm not interested.
No,
so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been PlayStation Tournaments Fight Nights. If you want to head into the action, compete.playstation.com for all the action you need and all the games you can enter. Thank you guys for being part of this. It wouldn't be anything without you guys tuning in. So thank you for letting us be the stream of your choice for this amazing Tekken evening. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Peace.
PlayStation